All right, here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the CODcast, episode 63, the greatest podcast in the history of mankind. I am your host, Dusty Smith, and we actually have a decent show for you tonight. I've been saying for the last two shows that it was going to be a short show, and it ended up being a 2-hour show each time. And tonight I was going to say the same thing, but then I started storyboarding the show, and look at all the shit we have to talk about, man. We're not going to get through all this stuff. So, awesome. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you're all okay. Had a good weekend. It's fucking Monday. And, hello, chat. What's up? Darth Misener says, it's not too late. It's not too late. It's not too late. We don't even need the theme song anymore. I am the theme song. I am the music. Dusty, yay. What's up, Ken Key? Amanda Howard, yay. Dusty, every evening, everybody, yay. Dusty's here. Everybody's happy. So, I love you guys. Just going to start right out with that. Really appreciate you joining me. I'm so excited and happy to do this show. And, as always, you want to support the show? We're going to start out talking about this like we always do. CODcast on Patreon, patreon.com/CODcast. And we're up a little bit this week, which is cool. Up to $822 per month. So, that's good. I'm happy to see that. But obviously it needs to be more if I'm going to continue to do this show forever. Because I can't live off $822 a month. Wish I could. So close. But anyway, so if you guys want to support the show, please consider supporting me on patreon.com/CODcast. There's a description. In the link, that's not a description. There's a link in the description of this video. You can go down there, click on it. Even $1 or $2 a month helps. Most of the money I make goes to the Human Society Mississippi Animal Sanctuary, where we rescue cute little dogs and kittens who are about to be put down, because I'm fucking amazing. And also, as always, Super Chat. Lifeblood of the show, Super Chat. No questions dodged. Every question answered. You guys know how that works. Little $ down where you type your messages and shit. Click on that. Donate a little money to me, ask me a question. Every one of them gets read. Stump the bed. Try to ask me something embarrassing. I don't give a shit. Dusty's okay with it. And I will read these later when they accumulate a bit. And also, if you can't afford to support the show, like the fucking video. Why have you not liked the video already? It's been up like 5 seconds. Push the like button, motherfuckers. Like and chat. That's what it's for, you know. We're doing the show live, and half the fun of doing the show live is so you can all chat together. And we have like a really cool crew that joins into the show every week, and they're nice people. And you can have fun chatting, so do that. And all YouTube really cares about is engagement, so chatting actually helps the show. And also, if you're watching this show not live, if it's pre-recorded, leave a message, leave a comment. Just say, hey, here's a comment for you, Dusty, whatever. And make sure you like it, all that good stuff, subscribe. I hate to say this over and over again, but you kind of have to because that's the way YouTube has decided the system works. So what you gonna do? Gotta play the game. And, caught to Dusty, you misspelled CHUD. Yep. Not CHUDs, they're CHUDs. They're cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller. Everybody's always asking me what that means. And basically, to be honest with you, it doesn't really mean anything. Just like social justice warrior, SJW, doesn't really mean anything. It's just an insult that's used to dehumanize your opponents. Just an ad hominem insult, really, to be honest with you. Just to put down the person that you're disagreeing with, so everybody just dismisses what they have to say. And that's kind of what CHUD is, but it's the right-wing version of SJW. You're just a fucking CHUD. And it doesn't mean anything, but it's fun to fucking say and call them, so turnabout is fair play. Dusty, would you give your life force to allow Bernie to live longer? Hell no. Dusty gotta live, motherfuckers. I like Bernie, but Bernie's on his own, man. I tend to be living another 40, 50 years. I got a lot of shit to do. Who knows? Maybe I'll be president someday. Nope. That'll never happen. The point is moat. Yep. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about how Trump, or the Democrats rather, are trying to force a coup. As Candace Owens says, she can't even say the word coup. These people are so fucking stupid. Dusty is a hen. Hell yeah. I don't know what that means, but fuck it. I love it. 2 video game scumbag. Yes, this looks fun. Yeah, it sure does. All right, let's just go ahead and get started. Shitting on the quartering and Pewdiepie a little bit. You guys know who the quartering is? So basically, the quartering is the latest generation of anti-SJW on YouTube. We can blame TJ for this shit. TJ and Thunderfoot basically started the ridiculous anti-SJW movement, and then it got taken over by this new generation, of which the quartering is one. He basically has a channel where he just sits around all the time and he whines and complains about movies, and every video is basically the same. SJW's ruined this movie. SJW's ruined this movie. Or SJW's tried to ruin this movie, but they failed. Haha, SJW's. And oh my god, a woman said something I don't like. Let's make 100 videos shitting on this movie she's in. And his fans like, yay! Amazing quartering! Every video is exactly the same, but we love it. Talk about SJW some more. This is real fresh new content. It's just ridiculous. And you guys might remember him when he was complaining that the new She-Ra reboot, the underage girl didn't have big enough titties for him. Because if you can't masturbate to underage cartoon porn, what is this all about? Seriously. Hollywood, get woke, go broke. It's just one of the most annoying people in the world. And even he's like, I can't believe people are still talking about that thing that happened a year ago. What the fuck? A year ago is not that long ago. It just happened. It's not like you've changed your ways since a year ago. If anything, you've accelerated your chuddy ways in a year. He's like, yes. The perpetually offended will always remember how I made fun of She-Ra. Can you imagine this motherfucker calling other people perpetually offended? Every fucking video he makes about us how he's offended about goddamn movies and shit. And my buddy Tim Blake is like, I still don't get how you could see the lack of underage cartoon boobs is an insane thing to get up in arms about. It doesn't make you look good. No shit. Cringe as fuck. And go to his channel, and it's just like CHUD Central. Every bit of it is just movies. Oh my God, the left is ruining everything. Joker Crew has had enough. He made like, 30, 40 videos about Marvel, Captain Marvel, and all that bullshit. And he also, funnily enough, he was the first person to cancel PewDiePie when PewDiePie dared to claim that he was donating $50,000 to Eddie L. He made a video saying, PewDiePie stabbed us all in the back. But of course, it's not considered to be cancel culture when somebody on the right does it, when one of these fucking right-wing chuds do it. It's just basic criticism. Yay, it's normal basic criticism. But the minute liberals, the minute I start criticizing PewDiePie, oh my God, Dusty's canceling PewDiePie, the left has gone insane. Oh, these woke scodes. Oh my God, they have fucking purity tests. Nope. I'm just criticizing him just like you did. It's the same exact shit, right? But it's not because it's a double standard. Anyway, funnily enough, I don't see that video on here anymore. Weird how he removed that video where he was shitting on PewDiePie. And now there are all these other videos in its place. Like this one, kissing PewDiePie's ass. The real reason PewDiePie donated $50,000. Or this one, PewDiePie just canceled his donation. Smiley face, yes. The quartering was really concerned with PewDiePie donating to a Jewish charity. Wonder why the quartering had such a problem with Jewish charities. Hey, we're going to take a look at that in a minute. Maybe we'll discover the reasons, you and I. So, basically, the last couple of days, he's been getting in fights with everybody on Twitter because everybody has been calling him out on his bullshit, just as they should. And Chrisiosity, who's a friend of mine, has been calling him out too. But of course, the first thing he does is make a fat joke about Chrisiosity, right? Because that's the level this guy's on. He's just a fucking piece of shit scumbag. I've seen you in real life, Chrissy, and I wouldn't be calling anyone a liar when you stroll around with that avatar representing how you look. Basically, this is just calling Chrisiosity ugly and overweight. That's what he's doing here. And if you look at his chuddy fan base, his right-wing fan base, the entire thing is just making fun of her. Look, she looks like this. And everybody's just like, yeah, she's ugly. She's overweight. Yeah, just got his back. Just the lowest life form on the planet, the quartering. And it's so funny. These messages are 5 hours apart. Here's him. A fat joke? That's the best they could come up with? All right. Easy to disengage now that I see the level of intellect we're working on. Yeah. He's like, yeah, if you make fat jokes or you make fun of people's looks, you're low level and I can disengage with you. I don't even have to think about what you're saying. I can just ignore you because you're making fat jokes. And then right after that, hey, let's make a fat joke about Chrisiosity. Let's talk about her looks. I've seen you in real life, Chrisiosity. I wouldn't want to call anyone else a liar. So yeah, hypocrite. Obviously, that's all these chuds are. They're the ones that continuously are offended about everything, perpetually offended by everything on earth. And they're the ones continuously calling everybody else snowflakes, right? We see right through that, but their fans don't give a shit. Their fans are petty. You know, the entire reason that these people are popular is because their fan base love that the fact that they trigger the libs or own the libs. And it doesn't matter what they say or what they do. It's just, look how upset you make people. You're awesome for that. Let me give you money. It's just like your little low-level children. That's what their fan bases are like. And even Destiny, who we're going to talk about Destiny a little bit later. Destiny's doing some shit that I don't agree with at all. We're going to shit on Destiny a little bit in a minute. But even Destiny was kind of taken up from a little bit, and they're like, no, Destiny, this is the quartering. This is who you're taken up for. The quartering liked this message from one of his fans. It's the Jew cries out in pain as he strikes you. And I think that's from Mein Kampf. But you just earned my utter respect for stepping out of the Overton window. Congratulations, you've joined us. You're a thought criminal for life now. Welcome. I've been waiting for you, smiley face. And yep, quartering, I like that, yeah. Talk more about how the Jews are awful. Directly from the book Mein Kampf, written by Hitler. Ha ha! Like for you. Yep, that's the kind of person we're talking about with a quartering. Just, a total fucking shithead whose basic career is to shit on minorities and women and just anything he doesn't like. And oh my god, the diversity in movies are adding too many black people. I can't believe it. What are white people gonna watch now? Everything. You're gonna watch everything because there's still plenty of white people every fucking where, right? And it gets even worse, folks. Here's him being a homophobic piece of shit. There was this video that came out not long ago where you can take basically the steps that represent gay rights and gay equality, or you can take the hard steps that are very difficult to climb. And the video shows this guy, basically a homophobic asshole. No, I'm not going to take the gay steps. And so this fat lard, and I'm sorry, I don't want to say fat lard, so let's say out of shape human, because he was clearly struggling to climb these things, right? Make it full of themselves. And somebody says, homophobes really are stupid. Just walk on the rainbow stairs, dude. And the recording says, you misspelled hero. That's right. This guy's such a fucking hero for just not taking the easy steps, for going against the equality grain. Fuck those gay people in their rights, right? Such a hero, isn't he, the quartering? So just the right-wing chud, as much as a fucking right-wing chud could be. And Christiosity calling them out about it and says, well, this is another thing he said. This is basically him attacking another gay person. He says, when your entire personality is your sexuality, you've got nothing of value to offer. And this was in response to him shitting on this other gay guy who's wearing a joke shirt. Being gay makes you better at card games. It's just a joke, right? But obviously, he's just using the guy's sexuality as an attempt to attack him. And then to give himself an excuse for being a homophobic piece of shit, he's just like, it's not my fault that his entire personality revolves around his sexuality. But it doesn't, right? There's plenty about this guy whose sexuality doesn't revolve, or his personality doesn't revolve around his sexuality. There's plenty you can look at. It's only an excuse that he's making to justify the fact that he's a homophobe attacking the guy for his sexuality, which is what Christiosity says. The attempt to hide one's homophobia behind a lie is a common one. The person Jeremy quote tweets here is many things: a gamer, openly gay, a competitor, and values kindness and empathy, based on a quick peek at his bio and pinned tweet. But nope, it's just like Matt says here. It's always projection. The quartering's whole personality is hating minorities, and he's got nothing of value to offer. This is just him seeing someone say they're LGBT and immediately ignoring everything else about them in order to hate on them. And that's exactly what the fuck it is. Nailed him, right? So, of course, when you have a fucking right-wing chud, one of the biggest chuds on the internet currently, putting out the most ridiculous content, who is that going to attract? Well, it's going to attract one of the biggest shitheads in the history of YouTube. Pewdiepie! Fuck you, Pewdiepie! Pewdiepie criticized for appearing on controversial stream with a court, and he should. He should. We're going to go over why he should be criticized for this. Some people are like, what's the big deal, Dusty? Doesn't PewDiePie have the right just to show up on any show he wants to? Sure. He absolutely has the right to show up on any show he wants to, and we have a right to criticize him for it. So first of all, the courting was doing a stream, and then PewDiePie shows up in the chat and says, well, the courting, obviously, he's real happy about it. My life is complete. PewDiePie stopped by my live stream. I get it's lame, but I've looked up to the man for years. Bullshit. He just made a video recently saying that he was a traitor stabbing everybody in the back for donating to the ADL. But suddenly he's on his stream and, oh my god, I'm the hugest fan. Bull, you sicko fat. You suck up. Kiss that ass harder, motherfucker. And PewDiePie shows up. What's up, my gamer? Like fucking goddamn the quartering is a gaming channel. No, he's not. The Quartering makes most of his videos about movies and shit. I know he used to be like a Magic the Gathering player back in the day, and I heard he got booted from the Magic the Gathering community because he was harassing the female players. Not surprising. But of course, PewDiePie shows up to show that he's watching. These are the people that are influencing PewDiePie. These are the people that PewDiePie is noticing and wanting to attach his name to. People like the Quartering, right? And he showed up and left a couple comments, and of course, people like shit on him for it. Exactly like they should. When you continuously, and this is not the first time, we're going to walk through it in a second, but when you continuously show up and help platform and follow and be friendly with these right-wing shithead chuds, you know exactly what you're doing. For one, you're showing a pattern of behavior that these are the people you're listening to, these are the people influencing you, and their influences definitely show up in your videos. Hell, the Courting made 30 videos about Brie Larson, and then PewDiePie made a video about Brie Larson, talking about Brie Larson's very unlikable, oh my god, so you can see the influence of all these fucking right-wing chuds in the number one most famous person on YouTube. Probably the single person who has the biggest platform in the entire world is PewDiePie. So yes, I wish we didn't have to fucking talk about PewDiePie. Really. But the fact that he has 100 million, how is that possible? Subscribers, and he's incredibly fucking influential to children, means that we can't ignore him. We can't ignore the influence that he's had on people. So, Findom says, funny how PewDiePie keeps endorsing the worst. And, yep, he does. The Courting, obviously, sucking his own dick about it. It's obviously good for the Quartering. He's using it for advertisement, and lots of people are discovering him now because PewDiePie had to connect himself to associate with the Quartering in a friendly manner. If you were on my live stream tonight, you know why it might have been my biggest YouTube moment ever. Holy fuck. Yep. We definitely know why. Chuds gotta support chuds, right? Birds of a feather flock together. And like I said, I think I already pointed this out. My life is complete. PewDiePie stopped by my live stream. Oh my god. Yep. And let's take a look why this is just one in many of a pattern for PewDiePie, right? First of all, PewDiePie gave a shout out to Jordan Peterson's book, right? No mention that Jordan Peterson lied about Bill C-16, causing more hatred towards trans people than anybody probably in my lifetime. I don't think any single person has caused more harm and more hatred towards trans people than the lies of Jordan Peterson. Never mention it. Never mention all the other horrible shit Jordan Peterson says and done. No matter, didn't mention any of the sexist stuff like, oh my god, women who wear makeup to work are somewhat hypocritical if they don't want to be sexually harassed, right? What if he feels that way about his wife? Your wife ever been to a job, Jordan Peterson? Did she wear makeup to that job? Do you think your wife is a hypocrite for not wanting to be sexually harassed at her job? You fucking piece of shit. So first off, Pewdiepie here, being a total fucking chud, kissing Jordan Peterson's ass just like you would expect a right-wing fucking idiot to do. Fuck PewDiePie. Then he has Ben Shapiro on his show, uncritically has Ben Shapiro on his show. Doesn't shit on Ben Shapiro for any of the transphobic, anti-gay stances, the global warming, not all that shit, right? Doesn't give a fuck, 479,000 views, putting Ben Shapiro on his platform, uncritically. Letting him say what the fuck he wants to do. And, oops. Let me go back here. Then next up, he gives a shout out to Sargon of Akkad multiple times. You know Sargon, the dude who laughed about Heather Heyer being murdered by white supremacists. Blamed her for her own death. Said, oh, she wasn't even killed by white supremacists. She had a heart attack because she was fat. And now people want to blame white supremacy for it. Let's laugh. He literally said that while he was on the stream with another fucking white supremacist Nazi. So, of course, PewDiePie, multiple shout outs, right? There's one. Here he is, directly linking to Sargon of Akkad's videos. So, another in the pattern. And he eventually edited this out, but he posted a cartoon from another white supremacist basic Nazi who was, what the fuck's this guy's name? Stone Tops, who makes basically right-wing propaganda cartoons. White supremacist cartoons. And, of course, PewDiePie, whether he's doing it on purpose or not, it doesn't really matter. He has a responsibility of his platform having 100 million subscribers to be better than this because he knows how his influence is, right? He looks at the comments on his videos and he knows that there's tons of fucking racists in there. There's tons of anti-Semites. But instead of fighting back in any meaningful way, he just lets it go and he just says, oh, it's not me. It's the fucking SJWs. Because his ego won't allow him to admit that he's a fucking shit stain who isn't doing enough to repel these people. So that's what all these people do, right? When the egos won't allow them to admit they're wrong, they just blame the people that are criticizing them. It's just because the SJWs are too sensitive about everything. Fuck y'all. And it pushes them to listen to more people like Sargon and the Quartering and whatnot. It's your ego, man. Like, I got tons of fucking people call me racist for all my racist, shitty watermelon and fried chicken jokes, for me basically making a joke about how black people rioting were just trying to steal shit. Tons of people fucking shit on me for it hard, you know. called me every name in the fucking book, and it did not push me to the right. You know what it did? It made me reevaluate all my decisions and my choices and change for the better. Because I'm a fucking adult. That's what you do. You don't fucking move to the right when somebody criticizes you of your shitty behavior. You take it in and you try to use it to self-improve if you're a fucking adult. So here he is. He failed yet again to vet a meme that featured alt-right Brittany Venti, which made her much more popular. She had a giant boost after that. Here's him posting a link to Colette Magazine, which is the magazine that the intellectual dark web has been caught multiple times posting fake articles or lying in their articles in order to push a right-wing CHUD agenda. But good old PewDiePie, yeah. They made a fucking article about me, so let's retweet that shit, right? Here he is promoting the Kill Stream with Even Ralph. Kill Stream is direct out fucking alt-right bullshit. He gave them a huge fucking boost by directly linking to them. Right? Here he is giving a fist bump to Stefan Mulenuts. Yeah. You know, Stefan Mulenuts, probably one of the most racist motherfuckers on Twitter. We're going to talk about him a little bit more later, but a guy who's gone in fucking sane. I know you're rocking that pink, Stefan. Yeah, we're so friendly, me and you, Stefan. Hey, here's a fist bump, Stefan, or here's a bro fist for you, Stefan Mulenuts. You cool, Stefan. Yeah. And of course, he was following Stefan. People were saying to me, just because PewDiePie is following all these chuds doesn't mean he agrees with them, but he wasn't following them to ridicule them. He wasn't following them to shit on them or disagree with them. He was actually friendly with these people, right? He was friendly with Jordan Peterson. He's fucking friendly with Stefan Mulenuts, right? This one says he's following Brittany Pettibone. Yep, here's him being all buddy-buddy with Lauren Southern. You know Lauren Southern, the one who has probably the most popular white supremacist video on the internet. The one that was cited in multiple terrorist white supremacist shooting sprees about the Great Replacement. Yeah, spicy. You so spicy, Lauren Southern. And of course, he was following her too. No, he was following them because he disagreed with them. Just because he's following them doesn't mean he endorses them. Yep, he does though. It's a pattern of behavior that you can recognize, people. Now, you can ignore everything, each incident separately. You can just ignore them and make excuses of them. But when you start laying all this stuff out one after the fucking other, there's a pattern of fucking behavior. And at some point, if you ignore it or deny it, it's just because you're a fucking sycophant fan. He basically has a cult at this point. He's like Trump, basically. He can do no wrong, whatever he does or says, even if he wears a symbol that looks exactly like a fucking Nazi symbol, while he explains why he's not going to give a donation to a Jewish charity. He didn't do it on purpose. Don't blame PewDiePie for his actions. So, and here's him. Buddy with Paul Joseph Watson. You know Paul Joseph Watson, who has 1 million subscribers on Twitter, who a bulk of his content is just lying about immigrants, brown people, in order to make people hate on them. A guy who has been named in 2 different trials of terrorist white supremacists who were followers of his. Apparently PewDiePie has no problem liking his shit. As long as you make a nice thing about PewDiePie, PewDiePie don't give a fuck who you are. And of course, he was also following Paul Joseph Watson. For all those you saying, oh my God, just because he's following doesn't mean he endorses him. How about liking his videos? Yep, I would say that's a slight endorsement. That's just me. Anyway, over and over and over again, and that's not including the most recent incident with ADL, where you can see, just go watch his videos and see the comments, right? And see that a huge percent of his fan base are just right-wing, anti-Semitic, racist shitheads. And he doesn't seem to care enough to stop it or do anything about it. Pretty fucking disappointing. So, this is just another in the pattern behavior of PewDiePie putting his name behind the quartering. And it's, you know, not surprising that fucking PewDiePie is being influenced by these people. It shows up. And also, I saw the quartering, too. He made a video about this, too. PewDiePie smeared for commenting on my video. Already 20,000 views an hour ago. This dude's, like, real popular. The fucking chuds love him. And, yeah, people are smearing him for a good reason, right? Because it's a pattern of behavior of him following people that are, you know, right-wing chuds. The quartering is so far to the right, he literally said Tim Pool was a socialist. How fucking far to the right do you have to goddamn be to believe Tim Pool is a socialist? Holy fucking shit, dude. Now, that is really, really, really off the deep end. But so, Anyway, fuck you, PewDiePie, for helping make this guy more popular. Look, 20K views in an hour. That's because of the PewDiePie influence. Let's just admit it, folks. PewDiePie don't give a shit, right? PewDiePie doesn't care. Like, I think when PewDiePie gets old, he's going to be ashamed of the legacy he left. He's going to realize it, and then he's going to come out and say, I'm really embarrassed about all that stuff when I was young. I should have fought back harder, but I didn't know. But you can't say that, PewDiePie, because motherfuckers are telling you constantly. People like me are constantly telling you the influence you're having on this younger generation, the Pewdie pipeline, stochastic terrorism. We're telling you constantly. And you're just like, no, it's just SJWs, right? You know that's his fucking attitude. Because you can see in his actions, that's exactly what he's doing. So disappointing to see, but not surprising. As always, I am team captain of the fuck PewDiePie team. Horrible, horrible human being, and it's not surprising in a world where Trump is president, PewDiePie is the most popular person on YouTube. Someone who has never made a video that I could see that has progressed society in any positive way. Yes, I know he's done some charity streams and whatnot. It reminds me of Rationality Rules putting out a video that, next to Jordan Peterson, probably caused more hate towards trans people than anybody I've seen in my lifetime. And then he's like, but I donated a little bit of the money from the video to trans causes, so that makes it okay. No, it doesn't. Hell no, it doesn't. Doesn't make up for anything. That's just your way of trying to justify what the fuck you've done. So, anyway, that's what I got to say about it. What do you guys think? We got a lot of PewDiePie fans in the audience tonight. I saw it there in the chat before the show began, and they're mad. I love to make you guys mad because, like, you're the same guys who call everybody else snowflakes and swears that all the liberals get so offended by everything. But the moment you say anything about PewDiePie, oh my God, I can't believe you talked about our Lord and Savior PewDiePie. Oh, you're just jealous, man. You're just jealous. You get so triggered. It's hilarious to watch you guys be such hypocrites about this shit. So Felix is just another manipulative follower, maybe, but he's no excuse. When you have 100 million subscribers, there's absolutely no excuse for PewDiePie's behavior anymore. Absolutely not. You have platform responsibility. Even I have it, and I only have 240,000 subscribers, and only of that, a very small percentage of that is actually active, right? Even I have platform responsibility, and he has way more platform responsibility than I do, and in no way does he ever make any attempt to live up to his responsibility, and he absolutely should be called out for that constantly until he does, which maybe never. Lauren Southern has cancer. Yes, Lauren Southern has cancer, and just want to say, Shoe on Head still has not called out Lauren Southern publicly for helping to signal boost for her and make her more popular. Where you at, Shoe on Head? Still waiting, holding my breath, gonna die any second now. He's a crypto chud. I agree, but he's not even that crypto anymore, right? He's becoming more and more obvious every day. The right is a gigantic cult. I totally agree. Gross, totally agree. Pewds is gay for Varg. I don't know what a Varg is, but anyway, let's read the super chat. Super chat, lifeblood of the show. And Aspatch, as usual, first one to super chat me. Love you, Ann. Thank you for your support. You're really awesome. Hey, Dusty, this donation is in honor of my friend Karen, who died in February at only 19. Holy shit, I'm really sorry. She was a furry, and we loved our Christian furry video. I kind of feel bad about the furry video because, for the most part, furries aren't hurting anybody. They're just trying to have fun and trying to find a place where they have acceptance and stuff. And I was just being an edgy shithead by making fun of them and stuff. And I kind of regret that a little bit. But thank you for that. I appreciate that, Ann. The hentai connoisseur. What up, Dusty? I've been a big fan for years. Hell yeah. How you doing, hentai connoisseur? You like the tentacle porn? That stuff's weird, but I can get off on it. C. Bishop Davis, $2. Saw comment. Be mindful of epileptics with filters. All right. We're not going to do filters today. No filter Friday on Monday, so we ain't got to worry about that. Thank you for that. The hentai connoisseur. Trump is our best option for 2020, to be honest. No, he's not. What the fuck, dude? Good Lord. We're going to go over some Trump shit in a minute. Trump is the worst president. I'm not even sure Trump is the worst president than George Bush, though. I think George Bush still might be a worse president than Trump. Now, George Bush wasn't more embarrassing than Trump, but I think he was actually worse overall, but that's still debatable. But definitely not our best choice. Get the fuck out of my face, that bullshit, but thank you for your $2. Breaking Bat 094-999. What women like these asses? I don't know what asses you're talking about, but if you're talking about PewDiePie, I don't know. He's a handsome guy, so I'm assuming lots of little girls like him. You know, some people don't have any taste, so what you gonna do, right? Let's take on, sir. What is your favorite strain, blunt or joints? I just smoke out of a pipe. I don't really care about strains too much. I think strains are all bullshit, meant to manipulate people. It's like wine. They've done experiments that show that they can put cheap $2 chuck into a really expensive bottle of wine and give it to people and they can't tell the difference. And I think the same thing is with weed. People just think it's better because they're told that, and I don't buy the fucking propaganda on it. Thank you for that. The Spring King 999. Hey, Dusty. Recently, 3 of my friends came out as atheists. Hey, that's good. I became an atheist thanks to you. Hooray! I did it. Then my sister, 2 little brothers, and 3 friends. Now it's a chain reaction thanks to you. All right, I'll take credit, but I don't really deserve credit. That's all you guys. When you guys decided to question your religion, that's really all it took. If it wasn't me, it would have been somebody else, and you would have figured it out. But I really thank you for that. I appreciate that. The Supreme King, number 499, isn't Stefan the guy who got caught pretending to be a girl that likes him? Yes, he did. I showed that on my last show where he commented pretending he was a girl that he had changed her life, but he forgot to sign out and sign into his sock account. So we totally busted him. Funny as shit. So thank you for that, Spring King. More super chats, please. If you want to. If not, no pressure. Forgive me, I think I defended W. Bush. Ooh, yeah, I know, right? I think I voted for Bush the first time, I think. Maybe in the second time. But it's back when I was a right-wing Christian CHUD, so I can't talk. But I'm feeling much better now, and that's the important thing. I can't take anything you say seriously now. I don't know if you're talking to me, but I guess you're not talking to me. I was just going to say, if you're already taking anything I say seriously, what's wrong with you? I'm a clown. Dusty, you are propaganda. Walmart's here. I know I am, but here's the thing about propaganda. Propaganda doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. You know, propaganda is just when you're trying to influence people with your ideas, you know, using media and whatnot. It can be used for good. It can be used for bad. And I've said for a long time, I make anti-Christian propaganda. I make anti-right propaganda, but it doesn't mean I'm lying. I use the truth to do that. And so, to me, I think I do a pretty good job. But, yeah, opinions vary. If you don't like it, it's all good. I ain't got no problem with it. All right. Holy shit. Already 30 minutes on the show. Going fast. I guess we'll go ahead and talk about the next thing. I think it's time to shit on Ellen DeGeneres a little bit. So, nope, that's not it. Get off, motherfucker. Clicked on the wrong bullshit. Here we go. George Bush literally said he was going to try to pass an amendment to the Constitution. The fucking Constitution that banned gay marriage. So, of course, been a few years past now, and who's hanging out with him, buddy with him? Old Ellen DeGeneres. You fucking sell out, Ellen. God damn it, she's taking all kinds of shit on the internet today for this, and she should. She is basically palling around with a fucking mass murderer, smiling buddy, sitting next to him at a fucking football game, and everybody's like, Dusty, what's the problem with Ellen DeGeneres sitting next to somebody at a football game? They just have a difference of opinions. What's wrong with sitting next to somebody you have a difference of opinion on? No, motherfucker. It's not a difference of opinion. It's a motherfucker who literally said God told him to start a war, which led to the deaths of upwards of 1 million fucking people, cost $3 trillion, enough money to eradicate hunger in the world. The 40,000 children that die every single year wouldn't have had to die. He could have eliminated fucking the 45,000 Americans who die every year because of lack of health care. But no, we use that money instead to murder 1 million people because he lied to us to get us in 2 fucking wars. And you're going to tell me, oh, it's just a difference of opinion. Fuck you. That's not a difference of opinion, motherfuckers. That's a goddamn mass murderer who committed war crimes. He tortured motherfuckers. He wanted to make a constitutional amendment to ban gay marriage. And you're going to sit next to this motherfucker and be chummy with him? Fuck you, Ellen. God damn it. And people need to be mad about this. You're normalizing this shit. You know, this is exactly the fucking reason that Trump feels like he can be the biggest piece of shithead in the world. He can feel like he can do anything he wants to do. Because 5 years from now, when he's out of the fucking White House, he'll be on goddamn Dancing of the Stars, right? Fucking NBC will have him back on The fucking Apprentice. Goddamn people like Ellen DeGeneres will be hanging out with him, mussing up his hair on his show, acting like nothing fucking happened. Hell no, we can't do this. You can't normalize this behavior. You have to make these motherfuckers pay a social penalty by fucking shunning them, by letting them know if you behave this way, no, we're not going to forgive you. No, you're going to be a dickhead for the rest of eternity. Fuck you, right? This makes me so fucking mad to watch this. And a lot of people are agreeing with me, right? George Bush said he'd support the amendment to Constitution to ban same-sex marriage, yet here we are. I kept saying again, but the rich have class unity. Do you? Yep. Fucking rich ass. Ooh, I want to use some gendered slurs, but I'm not going to do it. Just fucking, don't give a fuck, folks. So far removed from normal society, they just don't give a fuck anymore, right? I don't like to use the term canceled, but maybe Ellen DeGeneres should be canceled a little bit. Here's a parody Twitter. MSDNC. Breaking! George W. Bush, Ellen DeGeneres, and Ghost of Dead Iraqi Boys share a lighthearted moment together as they watch a Cowboys game in Dallas, reminding us of better times. I know, good times. Remember when we spent trillions of dollars to kill a million people? George Bush, you're so zany. I love sitting next to you, but I don't give a fuck, even if they didn't mean to sit together, even if she just showed up and George Bush was there, and that was her seat, which there's no indication that's the truth. But still, you don't sit next to that motherfucker, you don't smile at him, and you don't hug on him. This is like Vosh, right? Hugging up on Jesse Lee Peterson, normalizing this shit. No. All of the no. Fuck that, right? And it gets even fucking crazier, goddammit. Rosie O'Donnell. Fucking Rosie O'Donnell giving a shout out to George W. Bush. Go lefty Rosie O'Donnell. How comforting to see a real president. Never thought his image would move me so. Come on, Republicans, call bullshit on Trump. Save democracy. Oh, my God, Rosie. What the fuck has happened to you, dude? Maybe Trump was a little bit right about you all along. And, of course, this didn't go very well. There are hundreds of thousands of slaughtered Iraqis who would like a war with you, Rosie. Not to mention almost 3,000 Americans killed on 9/11 because he ignored intel. And over 4,000 American troops killed in Iraq. But, hey, you're rich, so you don't have to care about any of that. Yeah, I can tell you don't have a single Arab American friend. That's true. It's just frustrating. It's frustrating to watch this, folks. It's frustrating to watch this rewriting of history and these people sucking up to these. He's a mass murderer. He's a war criminal. You remember what he did to the goddamn economy? You remember the economy almost fucking went back into a Great Depression again? Remember we had to give trillions of dollars in bailouts because he deregulated Wall Street and he gave tax cuts to billionaires and trillionaires and it sank the economy? Remember that shit? He did that on the back of spending $3 trillion on wars that killed almost 1 million people. Remember all that shit? No, you don't remember it? Well, fucking remember! Shit! I'm sorry I'm screaming in the microphone, but this shit just really fucking pisses me off. God damn it, what is happening? The fuck is happening in this world right now? And speaking of which, god damn it, Trump is giving the go-ahead for Turkey to invade northern Syria, where the Syrian Kurds, loyal U.S. allies, fought bravely, turned the tide against ISIS, and believed the United States and Trump's promises to have their back. Many will die. America's betrayal won't be forgotten. We're just abandoning our allies, folks, to die. We promised them we'd have their back. We promised them we'd fight with them. They helped us destroy ISIS, and now we're just fucking abandoning them to die. This is not a great country. We are the bad guys. We are the baddies. At some point, we have to realize we're the fucking baddies here. And this is Trump, what Trump said back in 2019 of June. Erdogan, I guess I should pronounce his name, who is the president of Turkey. Erdogan had 65,000-man army at Turkey's border with Syria. And he was going to wipe out the Kurds who helped us with ISIS. You know, they're our allies. He's even admitting here. They're our allies. But I called him and asked him not to do it. I said, you can't do that. You can't do that. And he didn't do it. Well, now we're pulling all our troops out so he can do it. And they've already started the strikes, folks. They're already starting the strikes. They're already starting to kill our allies. People that we promised would have their backs and we're abandoning them to die. Because that's the people we are in this country, folks. That's the people we are. It's just like, I wish there was a way that I couldn't be a part of this. So I could remove myself from it, but I can't. You remember who Erdogan is, right? Erdogan is the guy, I made a video about this. He came over and his Muslim thugs, bodyguards, attacked American citizens who were just peacefully protesting. They came to American fucking soil and they beat peaceful protesters. And Trump did nothing. This guy who pretends like he's going to protect us from the Muslims. He's all pro-America, America first. Did absolutely nothing. Look, just kicked that guy right in the face. The Muslim thugs from Turkey on U.S. soil. Not only did Trump do nothing, Trump is now giving them carte blanche to murder our allies in Syria. How does this not infuriate you people? How is this not like... How is everybody not screaming? I just don't understand. Like, it's so fucking maddening. And let's talk about the Kurds a little bit, okay? This is Mo. He's a Kurd. And he has been fighting ISIS since he was 16. He's 1 week older than me. What the fuck is this thing doing? Is Siri trying to talk to me? Shut the fuck up, Siri! Nobody wants to hear your dumbass bullshit. Anyway, he's 1 week older than me. He wears the American flag to honor all of us Americans all of the Americans who fought beside him against ISIS, because we were their allies. And now Trump's just leaving him to die. So basically what happened was the U.S. persuaded the SDF Kurds to dismantle defensive positions that deterred Turkey. They were all set up to, in the right places to make sure that they weren't attacked and wiped out by Turkey. But the United States was like, no, you don't have to do that. We'll have our troops there. You can dismantle your defensive positions, and we will have your back. You ain't got to worry about it. So they did that, promising security guarantees in exchange. Then once the SDF Kurds became defenseless, Trump gave Erdogan the green light to invade. Hard to imagine a more sinister series of events. And it is, folks. This is a guy who allowed the Saudi government to murder an American journalist, to cut him up into pieces, and then covered for him. Sold them billions of dollars worth of weapons that they were going to use against civilians. This is who is in charge of our country right now. Like, anybody, in my opinion, who supports Donald Trump at this point, you're just a piece of shit, dude. Like, there's no redeeming quality about you people anymore. Like, you're just disgusting, hateful, vile, subhuman pieces of shit at this point. Like, I don't know what else to say about you. You're evil. You're an evil cult of people. We asked the Kurds to stand up to Saddam Hussein in Iraq. We told them we'd have their back if they helped us. And now Trump is leaving them to die. U.S. strength is not in our weapons, but in our international alliances. Trump is telling the world our word means nothing. That's right. Our influence in the world has waned so severely. The world no longer trusts us anymore. Even if we get somebody in the White House now, like, say, Bernie Sanders, who is very trustworthy, why would the rest of the world continue to trust us? Because who knows? After Bernie's gone, we're just going to elect some other dumbass, right? Some other fucking idiot who's not going to keep their word, who's going to bail on their promises. Why should we be trusted anymore? The harm that Trump has done to our country is irreparable at this point. And, of course, there are people out there trying to make the Kurds look bad, like they're not our allies. The Kurds are not all our friends. Some of the Kurds trained Antifa. Imagine that. Taking up for ISIS to own the libs. Yes. They're anti-fascist, right? That's a good thing. Being anti-fascist is fucking good. That's a positive thing, right? When you're trying to portray Antifa as domestic terrorists, but their only confirmed kills are ISIS soldiers. True that. Who else is fucking Antifa killed other than ISIS? The people that should, right? It's just fucking maddening. And this is hard to believe this is real, folks, but it is. A real tweet by the President of the United States. As I have stated strongly before, and just to reiterate, if Turkey does anything that I, in my great and unmatched wisdom, consider to be off limits, I will totally destroy and obliterate the economy of Turkey. I've done before. Really? When? When did you obliterate the economy of Turkey? They must, with Europe and others, watch over. Just imagine any other president in history saying, in my great and unmatched wisdom. And he got 110,000 likes for it, folks, because it doesn't matter what he says. His supporters, his sycophants will be like, he's just joking when he says that. It don't really matter. He's just doing that to trigger the lips. Look how mad everybody's getting. Greatest president ever. It's just a whole ideology based on nothing but pettiness. While the fucking world burns. While Americans die. You fucking filthy scum just continuously support this shit, man. And as Eugene MD says, I, in my great and unmatched wisdom, sounds like a malignant narcissism from Kim Jong-un or Joseph Stalin. Exactly. It sounds like what a dictator says. This is what a fascist says, folks. Fascism is incredible nationalism, right? Ultra-nationalism, which is what Trump espouses continuously, mixed with somebody who wants to be a dictator. Somebody who wants dictatorial powers, which we're going to show in a minute exactly what Trump tries to do. Somebody who declares himself a god, basically. And Trump could come out and could declare himself a god. This is basically my great and unmatched wisdom. He could say, I'm a godlike man. I'm God's representative on earth. And his fans would be like, look how much he triggered the lips. I love it. It's awesome. It's exactly what they do. It's just the worst of the worst in America. The people that should be called out, folks, that absolutely should be called out. And you know it's bad. It's getting bad when even Pat Robertson is against you, folks. Even Pat Robertson, who said Trump was elected by God himself, is now turning on Trump. Let's have a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say right now, I am absolutely appalled that the United States is going to betray those democratic forces in northern Syria, that we possibly are going to allow the Turkish to come in against the Kurds. The Erdogan is a thug. He has taken control of his country as a dictator. He is a strong leader, and to say he's an ally of America is nonsense. He is in for himself. And the president who allowed Khashoggi to be cut in pieces without any repercussions whatsoever is now allowing the Christians and the Kurds to be massacred by the Turks. And I believe, and I want to say this with great solemnity, the President of the United States is in danger of losing the mandate of heaven if he permits this to happen.
And hard to believe he's so dead on, except for the end, losing the mandate of heaven. What the fuck kind of feckless God do you worship? That your all-powerful, all-knowing God would choose Trump to be the president only for Trump to turn his back on God and do his own thing? Good Lord, maybe you should worship something else. I don't think your God is all that bright, but yep, he's dead on everything else he said, and that's crazy to see me agree with Pat Robertson on something, but that's how bad things have gotten, folks. That's how fucking out of hand this shit has gotten. And it seems to be getting worse and worse for Trump. They've been bitching all week about the impeachment proceedings, saying, oh my God, the whistleblower had secondhand knowledge. Why are we even listening to somebody with secondhand knowledge? But the whistleblower said that he actually had both firsthand and secondhand knowledge. Well, apparently a second whistleblower has come out, and he has the same lawyer as the first whistleblower, and he says, no, motherfucker, I got firsthand knowledge. So now Trump can't claim that the whistleblowers don't have firsthand knowledge. This is from George Snuffleupagus. Breaking attorney representing whistleblower who sounded the alarm on President Trump's dealing with Ukraine tells ABC News. He is now representing a second whistleblower who has firsthand knowledge of events. So that's good. Like, I'm hoping so bad Trump is actually going to get impeached. I'm not holding my breath. Like, Trump is like a cockroach at this point. I think he'd probably survive a nuclear fucking war because the Democrats are so feckless and the Republicans are such cult members that I just don't foresee anybody ever standing up to him. But I'm hoping it's going to happen. But apparently he lost the lawsuit. And it's talking about fascism and about how Trump is basically declaring himself a dictator. He must turn over 8 years of his personal and corporate tax returns to Manhattan prosecutors, a federal judge ruled, which is good. Basically, Trump went to court and he said, I shouldn't have to turn these over because I'm president. And the president is not allowed to be tried for anything criminal he does. He can do anything, and the courts aren't allowed to weigh in on it whatsoever. Basically, he declared himself a dictator, and that was his justification for not turning over these tax returns. He's a fascist, folks. This is exactly what the fuck fascism is. And hopefully we'll get a look at these tax returns. Obviously, I don't even think his supporters at this point could deny that there's reasons that he don't want the public to see his tax returns. Obviously, there's something in there. Probably he didn't pay any taxes, or he had lots to deal with Russians, or something that's going to be really bad. But, of course, it won't have any effect on his supporters or anything. They don't give a shit. You know, it's all about tribalism. They won't care. It could say in there that he gave money directly to Putin, and they'd be like, yeah, well, why not? Putin's a cool guy. So it doesn't really matter, but it'd be interesting to see what the fuck is in there. And, of course, in his bad week, the first thing he does is go out and pander to Christians. The only reason he's saying this, it's not necessarily that Christians are rallying around him. It's that he's saying this because he wants Christians to rally around him. He wants Christians to tie what is going on to an attack on religion, so they'll have his back. It's just a game he's playing, and it's pretty obvious, but let's have a look.
I got a call the other night from pastors, the biggest pastors, evangelical Christians. They said, we have never seen our religion or any religion so electrified. They say they've never seen anything like it. Churches are joining, hundreds of thousands of people. And you know, that's to a large extent because of you and your partner, the Democrats.
So obviously all he's doing is just like trying to tie himself to Christianity. So they'll feel like they have skin in the game with him, like attack on him was attack on the Christian church. It's all bullshit and transparent, but it'll probably work because, you know, his supporters are just a very low-level, dim bulb type of people. And, oh my God, Ben Shapiro's take on this is the worst fucking take I've ever seen, of course, because it's Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro's basically like, you can't blame Trump for anything he does because Trump is a fucking moron, which is why I'm more likely to support him now more than ever. Seriously, that is this dude's argument. Let's have a listen.
When it comes to scandals, when it comes to President Trump came up with a plan. The plan was deploy Rudy Giuliani to uncover the specific corruption of Joe Biden and then leverage the Ukrainian government to help Rudy Giuliani to go after the specific corruption of Joe Biden because the man, he has a gimlet-eyed, sharp steely missile man-eyed plan. He is just going to carry that. Here's the best defense. No. Right? That's the best defense is no. You got to be kidding. No, this is not a dude with a plan. And the problem for Republicans is that you're not allowed to say that. That's the problem for Republicans, is that if you're a Republican senator and you say that, Trump might attack you. Trump might go after you. So instead, you have to somehow plan that. You have to say this is all 4D chess. But the problem is, if you say it's 4D chess, then he's capable of seeing what he's doing. And if he's capable of seeing what he's doing, it makes him look more guilty, not less guilty. So here's the thing. As every good defense lawyer knows, there are a few defenses that are available when it comes to crimes of intent. Okay, and when it comes to a bribery situation like this, like a bribery case that they're trying to make, or a quid pro quo, or a targeting case, which is what they're talking about, an abuse of power, you sort of require intent as an element of the crime. The quick answer for a defense lawyer is intent was not here. There was no intent. The intent was not present. And here's the beautiful thing about Trump as a client. The intent is almost never there, because Trump doesn't have requisite intent for nearly anything. The man has the attention span of a gnat. That doesn't mean that he can't actually do wonderful things as president. He's done many wonderful things that I appreciate. It's why I'm more likely to vote for him now than I was in 2016. I get all that. I get that he's delegated a lot of stuff. That's great. He's done a lot of things I think no other Republican would do. Sometimes it's great that he's punching back at the media. All of that is granted, taken for granted. If you are his defense lawyer, his best defense too, he had a plan in Ukraine to go after Joe Biden, is dude doesn't have plans. Here's the evidence.
Just so stupid on so many levels. First off, he's acting like this is some kind of brilliant plan. It wasn't a brilliant plan, obviously. He saw that the military aid to the Ukraine was going to go through, and he put a hold on it, and then he called the president, and he said, hey, look into my political rivals, or we're not giving you this money. That's not a genius fucking plan. That's a fucking plan you see in a mobster movie. That's the most low-level fucking plan imaginable. But of course, Ben Shapiro, he's going to defend Trump by saying, no, Trump's a fucking moron, which means I'm going to vote for him doubly this time. That's exactly what we need. We need a president that doesn't have any plans, that doesn't have an attention span of an ant. Re-election in 2020. That's this cognitive dissonance, folks, of Republicans, dude. They're destroying the fucking world with this bullshit and sitting around, and people like Pewdiepie having this guy on his show uncritically. Yeah, let's make this guy more popular. Hell yeah. Fucking Pewdiepie. It's just fucking insanity. And since Trump has been president, Ivanka and her husband have made $82 million. Fuck everything about this shit, god damn it. Oh my god. This makes me kind of sympathize with the Joker a little bit. I'm going to become an incel and start murdering the rich. Not really, just a joke. Not really going to do that, folks. But very frustrating to watch this happen. Talking about taking advantage of your position of power in the government to, she got all kinds of patents in China and shit. And, they're obviously, fleecing people, using their position of power in the government to make more money for themselves. That's what politicians have always done. And talk about Joe Biden and his kids. Yes, Joe Biden is a fucking shithead. I don't like Joe Biden. I think his kids are corrupt. I think his son was sitting on a board of a oil company or something, making $50,000. What is going on in there? I hear all kinds of barking. Anyway, but Trump definitely doesn't have any reason to talk whatsoever. Crazy shit. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my dogs are going nuts in there. I don't know why. What the fuck? Quiet on the set. Oh my god. Anyway, so this fucking shit is embarrassing as hell. More Trump rap. Since we're talking about Trump. Goddamn, the cringiest shit I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Trump rap, right? And this one's even more cringy because it's from a black lady. I mean, I guess she's black. I don't see color. I'm colorblind, of course. But I think I've been told by people that she's black. And what kind of black person don't know how to rap? I don't want to be racist, but I'm pretty sure like all Asian people are supposed to know karate. And all black people are supposed to be able to rap. But not this chick. She is rapidly challenged. Let's have a look at this cringe shit.
And they say, aren't you that MAGA girl? And they say, are you crazy, girl? Yeah, I'm crazy, but so are you. But I'm not the one the dudes are playing for a fool. You want to know what Trump has done? Let's begin. Since you want to run your mouth, I bet you can't contend. Black unemployment is the lowest it's ever been. He's releasing our black women and our black men. He's releasing them from where? From the jails you see. After Biden and Clinton hid away the key to our freedom. But now we're free. from democratic bondage and slavery. No, I'm not done, not even close. You wanna know why he's getting my vote? He cut off tax funding to Planned Parenthood. They've been killing our babies in our hoods. Yes, the hoods. Oh, you don't know? 13% of the population is a no-go. Is Donald Trump a racist? Absolutely not. Black empowerment, supporting life and not aborting your child.
Kind of trailed off there at the end, girl. It needs a little work, needs a little bit of practice, but, you know, there are people like this in every section of public life, you know, like Blair White is a self-hating trans person that conservatives support because it makes them feel justified in their bigotry toward trans people. And there's lots of black people who will support conservatives because it makes, and they'll get a lot of support from other like white conservatives because it makes them feel better about their racism. And like Milo is the same thing for gay people. It makes people feel better about their homophobia because, Milo agrees with me, I can't be homophobic. And so it's just sad to see, in my opinion. I mean, these black people have obviously rights to believe anything you want to, but you also are going to be criticized for it if it's stupid. And that is very, very stupid. And speaking of which, here's Candace Owens. And stay in school, folks. This is what happens when you have no brain in your head. You're just a pretty girl who sold out to become famous. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Is they are trying to stage a coup against our president. They're trying to stage a coup against our president. That's right. Whole bunch of chickens and everything. There's a couple roosters in the coop. And I think they're trying to stage a coup while they're driving around in a coupe. So, oh my God, folks. How do you not know the word coup? How do you see the word coup? I know it has a P on the end, but the P is silent. Like, even I know that. Even my dumb redneck ass with a 9th grade education from Mississippi knows the fucking word is coup. How the fuck are you considered one of the top political minds and speakers on the Republican side and not know one of the most basic political terms in the history of mankind? The word coup. Just so fucking embarrassing. And we're going to finish up this whole Trump thing is on a really embarrassing note. More Trump rap, but this time from a white dude. And oh, hell no. Good God. What the fuck? Let's have a listen.
Yeah, Lil Trump. All these Democrats out there, they're trying to impeach the president. Well, I got a message for them. Impeach these nuts. Impeach these nuts. Impeach these nuts. Live. Impeach these nuts. Impeach these nuts. Impeach these nuts. Live. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about Adam Schiff. No, I don't give a fuck about the CIA. Every single one of them is a bitch. I be grilling burgers like Bobby Flay. Bitchin' Lil Trump, the illest on the mic. Michelle Obama's a tranny, she's a total guy. Fake news is a joke, man, they always tellin' lies. Impeachment is a joke, yeah, sad to see him try. They're so fucking mad, cause Russia was a hoax. Rocking a MAGA hat while I'm slaying MAGA hoes. You know in 2020, I'm fucking voting Trump. And all you Democrats can impeach these nuts. Impeach these nuts. Impeach these nuts. Impeach these nuts. Live. Impeach these nuts. Impeach these nuts. Impeach these nuts. Live.
I don't want to be anywhere near your nuts, to be quite honest. And of course, he has to take a shot at the trans community, calling Michelle Obama a trans. Just cringe in every fucking way. But, yep, he is fucking MAGA hoes. Definitely. This guy is getting all of the MAGA hoes. You know it. Cringe to death. And, not gonna give fucking Biden a pass here because Biden is also a horrible fucking candidate. Like I said, Biden is corrupt as goddamn shit, and his son is also corrupt as goddamn shit. Obviously, he'd be a better president than Trump. Anybody would be. I could go outside and I could throw a rock at somebody. I wouldn't do that because that's mean, but I could, and it could hit somebody who is a better fucking candidate than Trump is. But here he is being asked a tough question about his son and corruption, and he don't want to answer it, so he just starts yelling like the old kook he is. Let's listen.
As vice president in charge of policy in Ukraine, and your son's job in Ukraine, how is that not a conflict of interest?
It's not a conflict of interest. There's been no indication of any conflict of interest from Ukraine or anywhere else. Period. I'm not gonna respond to that. Let's focus on the problem. Focus on this man, what he's doing, that no president has ever done. No president.
Yeah. Let's focus on something else. Don't look over here. No, there's nothing behind the curtain, folks. Don't look. My son was on a board, and he got paid $50,000 a fucking month. But there's no corruption whatsoever. It had nothing to do with me, of course. They just hired him because he is so genius that he was worth $50,000 a month. It has no nothing to do whatsoever with the fact that I was the vice president. He was my son. No. Bullshit, motherfucker. Who do you think you're joking, man? I mean, I guess there's some people that will believe that shit, but nobody with a fucking ounce of sense in their fucking brain. It's just sad that these are the two fucking candidates that might end up running for president of this country. It just shows you how this is not a great country. It's just fucking not a great country. It's just, we are the bad guys. You know, America is great for some Americans, and my life has been pretty good. Like, I always look at America kind of like I look at Rome. Rome was great for Romans, but for other people, it was a bit shit. And America's great for a lot of Americans. Not all Americans, but a lot of Americans. But it's great on the backs of the rest of the world. Because that's the type of people we are. And it's really a shame to see. And I guess I'll read the chats first and then come back to this. I hear something in the background. I don't know what the fuck it is. So what do you guys got to say in the chat? Are we frustrated by all this? Do you guys want to ride in the streets like you're in the Joker movie? Or am I overreacting? Got the MAGA hose part right? Yep, heard that. Bet his nuts are smelly. I don't even want to smell them. Don't want nothing to do with your nuts. Limbaugh is a racist. Glenn Beck is a racist. Gaza Strip was getting bombed. Obama didn't say shit. Okay. Brett Reed, he is MC Imcel. That'd be a fun name. MC Imcel. Where is Pews? We already talked about PewDiePie at the beginning of the show, motherfucker. That's how the show works. I have a main headline that I talk about for about 30 minutes, and then I cover 50 other topics. You must be new here. That's how shit works on the CODcast. Get with the program. I hope Biden and Trump will suffer from Ukraine scandal so that Bernie can be president. I hope so, too, man. I hope that the Bernie heart attack doesn't hurt him. He seems to be okay. Like, they have modern shit now. They can put stents in your heart and make you live a long time ago. So I'm pretty sure Bernie will be fine. It's just how the public decides to handle the news that he had a heart attack. Hopefully it won't hurt him. We love you, Dusty. I love you, King Key. I really appreciate you guys joining me tonight. This show's funny. Dusty's so horny. I know I'm so horny. Actually, I'm not really that horny, to be honest with you. I could be hornier. Why even talk about Biden when he is irrelevant? Why talk about anything? Isn't everybody irrelevant? Doesn't make any sense. Bernie or bust. I heard that. All right, let's read the super chats before we continue on. Damn, already an hour into the show. Gotta move along. What happened that weed dealer that ripped you off? Okay, well, I made that video about it, and I was going to talk to my uncle about it. But before I decided to talk to my uncle, because I hadn't talked to my uncle. You guys might remember my uncle was the mayor of the town that the weed dealer robbed me in. And so I was going to talk to my uncle about it, but I basically sent word to my uncle that I was going to have a chat with him about it through my cousin, and I heard back that my uncle was like, fuck Dusty. We heard about Dusty, and we heard Dusty was making all kind of atheist videos for years. He's been doing that for 10 years now, and we want nothing to do with him. He's an embarrassment to the family, and if he comes to us, we're probably going to arrest Dusty for it. So that's what happened, and then my uncle died of cancer, so he's no longer the mayor. He's dead now. He really, really dead. But really, the reason I made that video was just to make that guy who robbed me nervous, just to give him a lot of sleepless nights, which I heard it really did. He basically made multiple Facebook accounts, and he went into hiding for a little while. So that's all I really wanted to do. Just wanted to fuck with the dude. So in the end, I got what I wanted. It wasn't really that big of a deal. He stole like $350 from me, but my fans like sent me way more than that in weed for free because they heard about that happening. So it all came out dusty in the end. Ain't really worried about it. So what is your political affiliation? I don't really have a political affiliation. I think that in this country, there's really a two-party system. I wish it wasn't that way, but it is. That's reality. And if you look at the voting records of both parties, the Democrats' voting records are far, far better in every humanly possible way than the Republicans. So in America, I lean more to the Democratic Party, but overall, I would consider myself a social democrat, sort of like they have in Denmark, which is the happiest society in the world. No way Trump became worse than Bush after the zero tolerance policy. Maybe. I don't know. But, I mean, Trump did not invade 2 countries, kill 1 million Iraqi people, and spend $3 trillion on unnecessary wars while he bankrupted the economy and almost sent us into a Great Depression. Out of everything he's done that's horrible, he didn't do that. So I'm not really sure that you can say he's worse than Bush. Maybe. I guess there's a case could be made, but I can't make it. But thank you for that. Chris Clark, $5. What's the status of you becoming a Twitch affiliate? People should start watching over there to see your pre-show. I'm a Twitch partner, but not an affiliate. I guess I am. I made partner, and then I signed the paperwork and everything, but I never heard back. So I think I'm supposed to be able to get bits and shit, but I still don't think they've accepted me for some reason. I have no idea, but nobody fucking watches me on Twitch, so it don't really matter. The best way to help me on this is to help me on this channel, really, is to super chat me like you're doing right now, or to go sign up for the CODcast, or just to like the video and leave comments. But yes, if more people watch me on Twitch, that would also be good. I appreciate that. Thanks, Chris. Utree Cobb, 1112. That's a good number. Off topic, but my girlfriend had some guy holler the other day, go back where she came from. Totes dumbass because she's of native descent, but you know brown equal foreign. Yep, that's all they see. You're brown. This is America. This is for white people. White people were here from the very beginning. Nope, we sure wasn't. Came in, we gave chickens blankets with smallpox and used viral warfare against them and shit. America's not great, folks. America has never been great. I mean, it is a good country to live in for some people. It's been a good country to live in for me, for sure. And it has done some good things in the world. But it's like if a serial killer, gave donations to an animal charity. Yes, that serial killer did some good things, but they're still a fucking piece of shit and a bad guy. That's sort of like America is. Yes, we've done some great things, but overall, we are not a great country. And that's just the facts. You don't have to love it, but it's the truth. $5, eat the rich. They seem like they'd be pretty flabby and disgusting. I'd rather just tax all their money away from them. But thank you for that. Volatile, $10. Thank you, Volatile. Appreciate that. Breaking Bad, 094.99. Damn, man, when you get dense, it's awesome. Sometimes I can't hold it in anymore. Sometimes I just want to let that fucking valve off and like a teapot, the steam's got to fucking pour out of there. But I try to keep it under wraps for the most part because I don't want to come off like a crazy, insane person, even though a little bit am. Watchy Wonder gave me 10 squiggly line. Is that, I don't know what that is. What kind of monopoly money you giving me? But I appreciate that anyway. That's for the Ellen Bush rant. Thanks for speaking the truth. Also, let's remember how Bush got the Philadelphia Liberty Medal presented to by none other than Joe Biden last year. Suboptimal. Hell yeah. Everything about these motherfuckers is suboptimal. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Bush. Fuck Ellen. Fuck Rosie O'Donnell. Fuck every one of these motherfuckers. Got to keep calling this shit out. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Zach Channing. Dusty, we appreciate what you're doing. It's rough out there. Hey, thank you from those who can't support. I appreciate that, man. You're supporting me, and I know a lot of people can't do it. I know for a lot of people the economy is really rough, and but you guys still support me by tuning into the show and liking it and leaving comments. And those of you who can't support me financially, it really means a lot, dudes. As long as you have my back, I'll have yours, and I'll keep doing this. So thank you, Zach. Kroom gave me $10. Thank you, Kroom. And Johnny gave me $10. Thanks you, Johnny. And Johnny says, hey, Dusty, love the show. Hey, my show loves you, Johnny. Do you have a top 3 Democratic candidates? Left is best, trans rights, Felix sucks, Lula liver, Phil the burn. Well, I like Bernie, of course. I'm a Bernie man. But if Bernie doesn't get it, Elizabeth Warren is, I guess, acceptable as a substitute. Other than that, not really. Not really big on Yang anymore. We're going to talk about Yang in a minute. Yang is going on Dr. Oz, and he was sucking Dr. Oz's dick. Maybe dislike him a lot. And I'm trying to think of who else I might like, but I can't really, nobody really stands out that I would vote for except for those two. So I'll give you 2. Thank you for that. The Supreme King, $9. Trump rap killed me. I've seen it all. I know there's so many of those Trump rap, the cringy Trump raps trying to make that money, make that cheddar off people getting triggered. Oh, you triggered. You don't like fucking rap music. I love rap music. That's not rap music. That's just a piece of shit you're doing to try to trigger people, make money, and I see through ya because it's awful. Hey, Neon Nora gave me 20 pounds. I don't know what that is. But thank you, Neon Nora. Appreciate that. Good show. Why isn't it a great show? Hurt my feelings? No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, Neon Nora. Very generous. I appreciate that. And I love you. And Breaking Bat, 094, $99. That was an assault on my ears. Goddamn. Well, I'm sorry for the assault on your ears. Turn that shit down a little bit. Sometimes you got to get mad, though, right? Sometimes you got to yell and scream about shit. Sometimes you got to not just sit back and take everything passively. Got to have a little passion, otherwise nothing ever gets done. Wish I lived in Canada instead. Too cold in Canada. Definitely better though. Wouldn't mind. I wish they would just like import Canada to the United States. That would be cool. I'm still getting tomatoes ripening in October in northern Arkansas. What the fuck? That's global warming for you. It was like 105 heat index yesterday in October here. I can't believe it's having such a major effect so quickly. It's insane. Bernie 2020, yep. Ellen was hanging out with GWB, a war criminal who ran campaign on the LGBT hate and was rooting for the Cowboys against GBP. He also was on her show, and there's like pictures of them hugging up on each other. So this wasn't the first time that she's been all buddy-buddy with George W. Bush. This is just the latest thing. It's a great show. Thank you, Victoria Cunningham. I appreciate that. Way to step up there. All right, well, let's continue with this amazing show that I'm doing. Next up, going to talk about Dave Rubin. Dave Rubin. Fake news, as fucking always. And these people have no shame, right? Their entire thing is just a lie to make money. They're just shameless grifters. And we pointed out every week, over and over and over again. It never changes. It never stops. Their fan base never care. They just keep supporting them. And this is like, last week we showed this clip of this plant. It turned out that it was this plant from the LaRouche group, this far-right conservative group who was in one of AOC's town halls and stood up and started talking about how that we have to eat babies to stop global warming. A total fucking setup to try to make the left look bad. And Dave Rubin was like, eat the babies will be the DNC's platform within 3 months. It was fucking Republicans literally doing this. It was a Republican setup. No mention of that, motherfucker. No mention that it was dirty politics from your fucking side. No, of course not. He's going to spread misinformation to his group. And of course, a pro-Trump conspiracy group planted a fake climate activist who suggested eating babies. Anybody that watched that knew that was probably the case. It was either somebody incredibly mentally ill or it was a fake setup, right? But it doesn't matter to these people. They can lie to you, and then they'll be like, yeah, we lied, but it don't matter. And their fans will eat it up. Like, here's Paul Joseph Watson. This is not the first time Paul Joseph Watson has said this. He says this all the time when he lies, when he outright directly lies, and then he's caught lying. He doesn't own up to it. He doesn't admit that he lied or apologized or say he was mistaken or correct the record in any way. He just doubles down and says, yeah, I lied, but who gives a fuck? It's funny. And his fan base is like, yeah, Paul, here, take my money. AOC supporter says we need to eat babies to solve climate change. She wasn't AOC before she was a plant. AOC nods her head in agreement, refuses to disavow this unhinged insanity. Your hysterical nonsense about eco-Armageddon in 12 years is creating a generation of lunatics. And then he finds out that it was fake. It was a troll. It was a plant. Doesn't matter. Of course it doesn't. You lied, motherfucker. It doesn't matter if I lied. Who cares? I was still right, even though I lied, even though I spread false information, even though I helped this troll that was a right-wing plant. It doesn't matter, right, folks? I'm still right, even though I'm wrong. This is the double think that is behind everything they fucking post. Nobody in their right mind would nod their head in agreement to someone advocating mass genocide, no excuses. She obviously wasn't supporting the woman talking about that. She thought she didn't know if the woman was a plant at first, or she didn't know if she was just a crazy woman. I don't want to use crazy as a ableist slur, but, mentally ill. There are mentally ill people out there, and when you are dealing with a mentally ill person, the way you want to respond to them is by de-escalating the situation, right? Which is exactly what she did. She handled it exactly like you're supposed to handle it. But nope, that's not good enough. You're supposed to scream at the person that might be crazily mentally ill and escalate the situation further. But like I said, it doesn't matter. We lie, but it's cool. And, of course, they love it. He does it every fucking time, and they love it. One of the most dishonest people in the history of the internet. Literally been working for Alex Jones for 20 years. One of the leading purveyors of lies and misinformation in the entire history of the net. But a millionaire. 1 million followers on Twitter. That's what it's all about, folks. It just doesn't matter. Next up, we're going to talk about Destiny a little bit. Now, normally I agree with what Destiny says for the most part. Now, I always say this. I'm not a big fan of Destiny, so I don't really know everything he says or talks about. I only know some of it, but he has this Twitter persona that's different. Seems like it's different than his YouTube persona, and his Twitter persona seems to be kind of a shithead. Like he just wants to rile people up just because he's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna be a shithead on Twitter. It's funny or whatever. But and for the most part, okay, fine. If you want to be that way, fine. But what he did now, I really do not support. To me, this is not to use a gender slur, but this is such a fucking bitch move on his part. So basically, he put out a video where he said that he doesn't use the N-word publicly, but he says the N-word all the time privately, and has no problem saying it privately. But, he's against saying it publicly, and he'll take on people that say the word publicly. And he's taken on the alt-right, he's taken on racists, and he's done a good job with it. But a lot of people had a problem with him saying that he uses the N-word privately, because why do you do that? Why are you so obsessed with saying that word in private? Why do you feel like you have to say that? People questioned it, right? Which is fine. People can question it all they want to. And I got to show you the clip. This is the clip this guy put up. We'll take it from the Destiny show. And here's what he said.
I started leaking. I don't care about logs of me saying the N-word or whatever. I say the N-word all the fucking time in fucking private. Like, fuck, I don't give a fuck about that shit. But I'll admit that I leak my own logs about that. I just didn't want.
Okay, so then we're just admitting it. I say the N-word all the time in private. I don't have a problem with it, and I don't say it in public. But so what he did, and God, this is such a fucking bitch move, Destiny. He DMCA'd this thing on Twitter and had this guy suspended from Twitter and had the video taken down. I actually saw it happen in real time. I wondered if anybody was going to fucking talk about it, and I'm glad that they are talking about it. They're talking about it on Twitter. BreadTube, I don't really care for BreadTube a lot because I think it's become really cliquey. But they're talking about he filed DMCA strikes when Zay found out that he used the N-word all the fucking time. So he's basically just trying to shut people up. He's trying to stop people from discussing what he's saying on his show. He's trying to shut down, he's supposed to be all about debate, but he's trying to false flag shit and shut people up. And people are noticing. Destiny is abusing DMCA to silence criticism. And he got this guy locked out. Your account has been locked. That's because of what Destiny did, man. He's fucking trying to shut down anybody that's criticizing him. Or not anybody, but this particular person. He's trying to have that video removed so you don't get to see what he said. And that's so fucking shady, man. I can't imagine ever doing that. I can't imagine anybody taking a clip from my video and putting it on Twitter and then dunking on me or shitting me about it. And me thinking, I'm going to use a DMCA to have that person blocked and have that video removed because that's so cowardly. Nah, man, you just fight back against it. You explain why that's bullshit. You explain why your position is right and their position is wrong. You don't fucking try to silence them and have them banned on Twitch for that, or Twitter for that. What the fuck? And he admitted to it. Here he is fucking outright admitted to it. I was just sending a message, I promise. If I wanted to get your account banned, we would have done 4 individual copyright reports instead of 1 or 2. That had like 4 tweets each, smiley face. God damn it, Destiny. What the fuck, dude? That is so cowardly. That is so fucking pussy, and not in a good way. I know pussies are actually really strong. They take a lot of punishment. I've seen it, been involved in it. But, God damn it, this is weak. This is such fucking weak sauce, dude. Like, I agree with a lot of what you say, but I thought you were better than this. I didn't think you were chicken shit like this. This is so fucking chicken shit, dude. Be better, dude. Be better. You have a responsibility as a representative of the left or the center or whatever the fuck you consider yourself to be better than this. This is low, dude. I don't see, and I even saw some of his fans defending him over it. What kind of fucking sycophant piece of shit do you have to defend this? Good Lord, it's embarrassing. So anyway, what you guys got to say about that? We think Destiny is right in false flagging people and use DMCA to shut people up, or do we believe that is a totally cowardly act on his part? Definitely got an inward pass? I think not. Yeah. Like I said on my last show, black people always say to me, you get an inward pass, Destiny. We want to give you an inward pass. Nope. I don't want it. No, thank you. I don't have any need for that anymore. I understand why I shouldn't say that. I'm fine with it. It's cool. I use it in private. I have no problem with it. You don't say. I'm not right. Cheesy move by Destiny. I know, that was a really fucking disappointing. That's all I can say. Destiny says he's voting for Bernie. Cool, he should. Honestly, just don't say slurs. It's not that hard. Yeah, like, I don't have any fucking love for that word. I understand why, as a white person, that bothers people for me not to say that word. It's really fucking easy to be a decent human being. It's really easy. It's so easy just not to say things. Like, I'm not in love with that word. Who cares? There's so many other words I could use. Like, why? Why would I? It just doesn't make any sense to me. This guy has 250,000 subscribers. Man, USA is a bad country. Are you talking about me, or are you talking about Destiny? Because I don't have 250,000. I only have 246,000. I have lost about 10 or 15,000 subscribers since I started doing this show. So I suffer for my art. Destiny sucks. He loves Delaney and Pelosi. Okay. Well, he definitely sucks for doing that, and it's definitely suboptimal, as Spanky Weasel says. I totally agree with that. Just don't use it. Don't normalize it under any circumstances. I agree. Like, that's my take on it, too. It was explained to me. Like, I have a video out where I basically said atheists are the new N-words, and I was like being all edgy and shit, and it got explained to me real hard by a lot of people why that wasn't cool, and it took me a long time to get it, right? My ego was in the way, but eventually I was able to get my ego out of the way and realize, oh, shit, man. Am I the dickhead here? And it turns out, yeah, I was the dickhead here. And so when you find out you're the dickhead, there's 2 things you can do. You can double down, and you can just be like, oh, I'm fine with being a dickhead. Fuck all y'all, you fucking snowflakes. Or you can say, no, I want to be a better person. I don't want to be a dickhead. I want to be a decent human being. And then you change. That's what self-improvement is all about, right? Dusty is a starving artist. I don't know, I'm pretty fat. I weigh like 184 pounds, and I'm only like 5'8". So I'm not starving, but I don't make very much money, that's for sure. So I spend most of my money on food. So I'm a fat, poor artist. He DMCA's all his own content. Well, that's a bitch move. I would never fucking do that. You guys can take my clips out, and you can fucking use them to mock me in any humanly way possible. You could, like, even edit them out of context if you want to. And I would never DMCA you. I would explain why you did out of context. I would defend myself, but I wouldn't ever shut you up or take you down. Like, hell no. Fuck that. Quartering and Vosh have the same voice. They do have a very similar voice and a very similar style, in my opinion. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. I actually think the Quartering is talented. I actually think Tim Pool is talented. But we're going to talk about why that's a problem towards the end of the show. Let me read the super chats real quick before we continue with the show. Next, we're going to talk about Trisha Paytas. I think that's how you pronounce her name. You guys heard about that? Apparently, she is coming out as trans now, and it's really, really bad. So we're going to shit on her in just a minute. But first off, Kroom gave me $10. Shana gave me $10. Supreme King. Neon Noir. Breaking Bad. Newberific. To be fair, that squirrel person literally slanders and libels Destiny all the time. Cool. If that's the truth, then he should fight back with arguments, right? You don't get the person banned or shut down or have your videos removed. You counter it with debates or facts or reason or logic. Just shutting the person down makes you look bad. It makes you lose the moral authority, and it doesn't help your case, in my opinion. It just makes you look like a cowardly bitch. Well, that's just me. And the Shadow Bee gave me $10 for the kitties and the doggos. Appreciate that. I will do something good with that. I guarantee you. More super chats, please, if you want to. Next up, we're going to show out Trisha Paytas. So you guys know who Trisha Paytas is? Let me show you. Paytas. I misspelled it, of course, because I am dumb. Google's always got my back. Let me just type in her name to show you who this girl is. She's a former stripper, which there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not shitting on her for being a former stripper. Sex work is legitimate work. But here's Trisha Paytas. She was in some Eminem videos, and then apparently she became a Christian singer. And I don't mean to assault your ears, but I'm just going to play a little bit of her Christian video for you, and so you'll know who we're talking about and what we're working with here. This is real bad, folks.
Remember when I hated my life, and I said I didn't want to die, but I did. Now I know the reason why I'm still alive. It's because of the sky. Can you guess it right now? Are you wondering how? I fell in love so fast, and I know this love will last. How do I know? How do I know? He was with me from the start. He was always in my heart. Though I stray far, here you are, Jesus, my superstar. I love you, Jesus.
I can't take anymore. I'm going to kill myself, seriously, if I listen to any more of that. So anyway, basically an attention whore of the highest order would do anything to get clicks and attention. Even worse than me, if you can believe that. So apparently she has made a video and decided to come out as trans. And spoiler alert, she's not really trans. She's only doing this for attention. And so obviously people are dishappy. That's not a word. People are unhappy about this, as Catherine says. Trisha Paytas posting a 15-minute video of her taking advantage and pretending to be a part of a marginalized community for views is the most disgusting thing I've seen in months. How do you claim to be trans while also being incredibly transphobic? Well, you do it because you're a shameless grifter who just wants attention and money, right? And a banana says, fuck Trisha Paytas. If you support her in any way, shape, or form, block me right now. And here's her video she made. Already got 65,000 views in 2 hours. I am a transgender female to male. No, you're not. You are a lying. I don't want to say bitch because that's a gendered slur. But you know what I'm saying. I got to think of some better non-gendered slurs for these people. But anyway, I watched her videos, and here's the reasons that she believes that she is trans. I identify as a boy because I don't like to be the center of attention. Holy fucking shit. What bullshit. Oh my God. This woman would literally do anything for attention. She's literally doing this for attention. Hypocrite of the highest order, and that doesn't make you trans because you don't like attention. What the fuck are you even talking about? Lots of trans people love attention. It has nothing to do with being trans. I am transgender because I don't wear makeup or do my hair in my day-to-day life. That has nothing to fucking do with, lots of women don't do that. That has nothing to do with being trans. I've always been attracted to gay man, which is why I think I'm a gay man. I am gay because I hate over masculine energy. That has nothing to do. I am transgender because I wish I had a penis so that my assertiveness would be respected and I wouldn't be thought of as a bitch. Now that doesn't make you transgender. That makes you a feminist. Even though you'll never say you're a feminist because it goes against your whole branding and your whole Christian bullshit. But that would make you a feminist if you actually believe that. I choose to identify as a boy. Okay, well that's not really how that works, but okay. You can choose to identify as a boy some days and a girl some days. You can if you like it's legitimate. You can be gender fluid if you're not just doing it for clicks and, you know, for shameless pandering to your audience to make money. I'm transgender because I've always hated my name. For real. Remember when I was a kid, I used to hate being called Dusty. I thought Dusty was a stupid name, even though I know now Dusty's a fucking kick-ass name. But when I was a kid, I didn't get that. I was like, oh no, I hate that name. From now on, everybody's got to call me Ray. That's my middle name is Ray. So everybody called me Ray. And then for a whole school year, people called me Ray. And it was terrible because Ray is a much worse name than Dusty. Didn't make me fucking trans, dude. Made me insecure about my name, but not trans. I'm transgender because I love having short hair. Good Lord, there are so many women who have short hair. It has nothing to do with that. You can identify as both genders if you choose to. I am a gay man because I hate attention from straight men. No, you don't. You love attention from everybody. That's your whole fucking career. Gay men admire and respect women, and straight men don't. I mean, some straight men admire women. I admire men just fine. This is basically you're a sexist slur against men for no reason whatsoever. So you're just being part of the problem right now. Gay men are sensitive and sweet, and straight men aren't. Bullshit to that. A lot of gay men aren't sensitive and sweet, and a lot of straight men are. You're just using fucking generalizations for no reason to justify your clickbaity bullshit. And so anyway, that was disappointing to see. She also said, let me play this clip for you and you can see for yourself. I don't even have to tell you. I can just let you see it.
Yes, 1,000%. Do I identify with my natural born gender? 1,000%.
Try again.
So do I think I'm transgender? Yes, 1,000%. Do I identify with my natural born gender? 1,000%.
Yeah, that means you're not trans, okay? If you identify with your original born gender, 1,000%, you're not transgender. What in the fuck? But I mean, obviously, we don't want that happening here. We know that she's just jumping on this bandwagon because she knows it'll get her lots of clicks, which it did. We're talking about it. So, this video alone got 450,000 almost views. So, she's playing me. She's playing us. I'm falling right into her trap. But at the same time, it should be called out. You know, she should be shamed. People should explain to her exactly why this is awful and transparent. And she should be embarrassed. That's my opinion on it. And I guess it's time to shit on Tim Pool a little bit. Tim Pool, the gift that keeps on giving. God damn, what a hypocrite with absolutely no self-awareness this beanie baby motherfucker is. And when you've scraped the bottom of the barrel so hard, you're pulling out wood chips. Well, he is an expert on scraping the bottom of the barrel, isn't he? Captain Marvel reviews are in. Captain Marvel reviews. I'm skipping Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel trailer. People are our age about Captain Marvel. Is Captain Marvel? Hey, Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel. Marvel. Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel, let this media's lie about Captain Marvel. Oh my God, I got 100 fucking videos about Captain Marvel. Stop the Captain Marvel. I saw Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is slammed. IGN blames trolls for Captain Marvel. Rotten Tomatoes purge Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel positive review show journalist. Just gotta make fucking 50 videos about Captain Marvel. And look at these 142,000, 133,000, 119,000. People never get sick of it. They can make the same video 1,000 times, and right-wing chuds are always entertained by the same bullshit over and over again because that's how their minds work. They're just so low level, such dim bulbs. Oh my God, yay, he's making fun of Captain Marvel for the 100th time. Amazing. I love watching them shit on Brie Larson. I just love it. I just can watch all day long them do it. And they do. They watch it and they support all fucking day long. And so now we're going to talk about something associated with Tim Pool, but also something that affects the entire YouTube landscape as a whole. And that's how the right took over YouTube. And the right now controls, for the most part, the narrative spread on YouTube. Now, there are some big left channels like ContraPoints and Sean Jan, H-Bomber Guy. There's a few, but for the most part, right-wingers and anti-SJW content still dominates YouTube. Still what's incredibly popular. And how this happened is actually a really interesting subject to talk about, in my opinion, and to think about. How did this happen? And in my opinion, how it happened was, I'm not trying to make it sound like a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy where this happened. It's just something that naturally happened where rich people use their money to basically buy up influence on YouTube and support channels that were already spreading the type of propaganda that they want to see spread, and they were supporting it. So this is a good example. Tim Pool is a millionaire now. I've told you guys this before. He was already making tons of money on his YouTube channel, but basically he decided to set up a website where basically all he does is post his videos on his website. The videos he's already making, basically. And people donated $1 million to him for nothing. For basically nothing, he got $1 million because they were so enthusiastic about the content he was putting out. And he got $1 million from 3,600 total investors. And if you average that out, that's about $300 per investor. Now, if you think about it, obviously not every investor gave $300. Probably some of them gave like $10, $5, $20, just a small amount of money. So no doubt in here, he has some investors that donated thousands, tens of thousands, 20s of thousands. Definitely, he had some really, really rich people decide they loved what he was doing and they want to support it. And that's how the right took over the narrative on YouTube. What happens is, these YouTubers, who, and some of which were very talented. Like Tim Pool, in my opinion, is a talented guy. There are not a lot of people that can talk. Talking is actually a skill. And Tim Pool has the skill. He can talk, he can form sentences and complete thoughts. And a lot of people don't have the talent to edit videos. Tim Pool can do that. A lot of people don't have the bravery to put themselves out there on the internet. Tim Pool has that. So all those talents Tim Pool definitely has. But what he did was he started making videos and then started looking at the numbers and started looking at the money that was coming in. And the videos that made him more money, got more numbers. He was like, yeah, well, that's obviously the type of videos I should make. And the videos that did worse, they got less money. He said, no, that's not the videos I want to make because I'm not being supported enough. And so organically, as he started viewing the numbers and seeing what was getting supported by these rich people more and more, he started, focusing his content to pander to these people over and over again until he basically perfected the formula to where rich white, I don't know they're white, but I'm going to assume it's rich white assholes. I mean, probably. There may be some minorities in there, but mostly I'm guessing rich white conservative assholes decided to love his content and support it heavily. And this is what happens to so many people on the internet. Like the Quartering is the same way. The Quartering, in my opinion, is a talented guy. He has the ability to speak. He has the bravery to be on camera, and he can edit videos. And he is another one of these guys who has followed this system, seen what he gets supported on, what he makes more money on. So he started tailoring his content. And this is how organically the rich have taken over the entire narrative on YouTube and have supported and funded these guys. A millionaire now for pandering to these people. Totally organic, no conspiracy needed. It just all happened exactly like you would expect it to happen. And it's really, really, it's sad to see. It's sad to see how popular this shit is. And how they basically taken over the entire fucking narrative that the left is evil and the left is to be shitted on and the right can do no wrong and it gets a pass on everything. And everybody just eats this shit up. YouTube helps. The algorithm does nothing but regurgitate this shit out to everybody and their notifications continuously. And it's a snowball effect that happens. It's the same with PragerU. PragerU actually has some really talented animators that work for them. But they basically do it for propaganda purposes to spread their right-wing narrative. And anyway, I thought that was interesting. Neat thought experiment to realize how exactly the rich have used their money to manipulate the population into letting them keep all that money. We just had a report that came out that we now have the largest wealth inequality in the last 50 years. For the first time, I think, in the history of the nation, the top 1% are actually paying a lower percentage of their taxes than the poorest people or the middle class or whatever. So working out brilliantly for them. And shills like Tim Pool are, they're making tons of fucking money by playing the game. And yeah, I'm jealous. I admit that that's not true. Actually, I'm not really jealous. Like, there's a part of me that, wishes that what I would do would make me all that money, but I don't even need it. I don't need $1 billion. I don't even know what the fuck I would do with that much money, and I sleep better at night, so a part of me wants to just admit that I'm jealous just to make it seem like I'm humble and shit, and I'm being true, but I'm really not. I don't want to be Tim Pool with his little beanie ass, and I don't want to be a sellout, and I don't really want to be rich, so I just think it's kind of sad, to be honest with you. So that's my opinion of it. Let me check the chat real quick before we continue on with the show. Got 30 minutes left. Man, we're going good tonight. I'm really feeling awesome. The marketplace is pseudo-intellectualism. That's true. The marketplace of ideas, I used to believe in that. I used to believe that in the end, the best ideas will win out in the end, and then I realized what horseshit that is. The best ideas do not win out at the end. What wins out at the end are the ideas that people find easiest to understand. Nuanced ideas have no place in the marketplace of ideas for the most part. What the dim bulbs, what the masses can easily understand. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. All it has to be is simple, and that's what the conservatives put out for them, and that's what they eat up. So YouTube has censored creators forever. 2010, 2010 really weird for creators. TJ actually used to bleep himself. Okay. I've never really experienced too much censorship from YouTube, so. The quarter poundering, I don't want to make fun of him for being overweight. That's fine. He can eat all he wants to. I'm a little bit chubby myself, so I'd rather challenge him on his stupid ideas than anything else. Let's see. You are not jealous. I mean, maybe I am. Maybe I'm just in denial. It's possible. But, I try to think about it, and I don't want to be Tim Pool at all. I don't want to make that kind of content, and I don't really want to be rich. I just want to be, like, if I could just make $50,000 a year, that would be enough for me. Like, I do plenty with what I want to do for that much money, so I don't really need tons of fucking money or anything. Hey, Dusty, try listening to Brian Tyler Cohen. All right, never heard of him. I will check that out. All right. Check the super chats. Nope, no more super chats. Last 30 minutes of the show, so if you guys want to super chat me and support the show and get your questions read. Now would be the time to do it. And let's see what we're talking about here. Oh, I saw the Joker movie. I told you guys about this in the last show. Kelsey was out walking the dogs, and I guess the neighbor across the street, real nice guy, came over and basically started talking to her. And Kelsey's a pushover, and she's real nice. So he was like, "Will you come into my house and let me pray for you?" And so she went in his house to be nice, and basically she gave her life to Jesus Christ right there. And he was so excited about it. He came over and told me, "Oh my God, I made sure she was saved, and she's saved now for the first time in her life." And he was so happy, like he had done a great deed. And I understand, like he really thinks that he saved her soul for eternity, which made him feel really good about himself. So anyway, he came back over and gave us $20 because he wanted us to go see the movie Abominable, because I guess he thought it had a Christian message, and he wanted us to go take a look at it, because I guess he thought it would strengthen her belief in Jesus, of which she has zero to begin with. She just did all that to be polite to him. And so anyway, I did not want to go see Abominable in the movie theater, but I knew he was going to ask us because he gave us $20 to go see it. So what I did, folks, is I downloaded a pirated version of Abominable. It was a shitty cam, but I watched it anyway. And I watched it so that when he asked me, I could tell him, yeah, I saw that movie. The scene where she was up on the mountaintops and she was playing her violin on the Buddha statue made me cry because it reminded me of my dad, because I knew he was going to quiz us and shit. And so then I took his $20 and I went to see the Joker Saturday, because that was a much better expenditure of my time, in my opinion. And so I saw the fucking Joker, which I assume means I'm never going to have sex again. So I'm pretty sure that's how that works. If you go see the Joker, that you're an incel for the rest of your life. Dogs are barking again. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that is really loud. I don't know what the fucking problem is in there. Good Lord. Anyway, I didn't really see anything about that movie that was too incel, though. I mean, the Joker, I guess you could call him an incel because he had mental illness and he didn't have any women or anything. But to me, incel seems like an ideology where you kind of have a hatred for women and you blame women for the fact that you can't get women, and you blame it on Chads and Veronicas, or whatever the fuck their terminology is. And I didn't see any of that there, which is more about a guy who had mental illness to me. So I didn't get it. I don't understand what the controversy was about that movie, to be honest with you. I thought the ending was lackluster, in my opinion. I thought it was going to have some kind of big, I don't know, climactic ending, and it didn't really have that to me. But the acting, oh my God, like, he's going to win the Academy Award. There's no doubt about it in my mind. Acting was fucking amazing, and the script was pretty good, decent. Thought it was a good movie for the most part. So I don't get the controversy surrounding it. I think they're just people trying to bitch about it for no reason. But I could be wrong, and I'm open to counter arguments about that. But before the movie, they played the new Harley Quinn trailer. I guess Birds of Prey or something. And good Lord, that shit looked terrible. And I think what it is, I think my problem with these new DC movies is that they're trying so hard to make the characters cool and edgy for the millennials. They're like, I'm wearing a fucking sexy nurses universe, and I'm saying a cool line as I murder this dude. And blah. It just comes off as so cringe. Like you're trying so hard to be edgy and cool, and it just ain't working. And maybe I'm old coot. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I want a more adult movie, and it just seems like a really childish, ridiculous movie. Like the fucking movie, oh God, what was it called? The Suicide Squad. Holy fucking shit. Fucking the Joker with the word damage tattooed across his forehead and lying in a heart-shaped circle of knives. It was just, oh my God, this emo bullshit is so cringe. What the fuck? So the new Joker movie was an incredible improvement over that ridiculous bullshit, in my opinion. But here, at least I know that there are no pictures of me out there, and there will never be any pictures out there of me dressed like the fucking Joker. At least I can go to bed at night knowing that, sleep well, knowing I am none of these people, because holy shit, folks. Like, I hate to hate on this too much, but, oh, God, everybody does it. It's just so cliche at this point. I'm going to dress like the Joker. Oh, gross. And so, Joker TJ. Can't wait to see him do it again, though. He'll probably do it again to trigger me, quote unquote. What's up? Thought I heard somebody come in here. Anyway, just in case you've forgotten how weird and creepy Scientology is, let's have a look at this short Scientology recruitment video. It's not a cult in any way, folks.
If you leave this room after seeing this film and walk out and never mention Scientology again, you are perfectly free to do so. It would be stupid, but you can do it. You can also dive off a bridge or blow your brains out. That is your choice. But if you don't walk out that way, if you continue with Scientology, we will be very happy with you. And you will be very happy with you. You will have proven that you are a friend of yours.
If you walk out that door, you will literally be anally raped with razor blades. Now, you could do that. You could choose to be anally raped with razor blades. But we hope you don't do that. We hope you will give us all your money at Scientology. We're definitely not a cult. Sign up immediately, people. Oh, I know what that noise is. It's a cat trying to... I see his little paw coming through the door. You get away, you silly kitty. You ain't getting in here. Because he hears my voice and he's like, I got to come in there immediately so I can scratch your throat. You ain't getting my throat, kitty. You leave my throat alone. And I don't know if they're trying to make me, or not make me because I can't get pregnant, but make women want to smoke and drink when they're pregnant. But holy shit, have you ever seen fetuses look cooler? This little baby just chilling, got a cool ass vibe going on. This one's smoking in the womb. Where the hell that smoke gonna come out at? I don't think it works like that. Does it come out through her vag or does it come out through her mouth? I got questions. How did he get that cigarette down in there? And I'm pretty sure he's surrounded by amniotic fluid. So you can't light a cigarette. Is that an e-cig? I got questions, but man, these babies look cool as fuck, and I don't know. I think you guys might start drinking and smoking when you're pregnant. That's just my opinion on it. And this is how some of the conservatives on the internet are. God damn it, they make some real bad arguments. I couldn't care less about the opinions of people who put pronouns in their bio. Enjoy your extinction. What the fuck? You're going to completely ignore and dismiss what somebody says just because they put pronouns in their bio? I got my pronouns in my bio too. Of course, my pronouns are anything. I don't give a shit what you call me. But that's my privilege talking. You can call me a fucking girl, boy, it. I don't give a fuck. Who cares, right? But so you're just going to ignore everything I said just because of this sentence? So much for the marketplace of ideas. That's just an excuse to dismiss people that you disagree with, isn't it? And unsurprisingly, Alex Jones has a completely sane and rational take on the Greta situation. Let's have a listen.
And then you become nothing more than slaves. Let's look at Greta. Greta Thunberg, pumped full of more vaccines than a porcupine. Greta Thunberg is demon-possessed and in need of an exorcism.
That's right, folks. Vaccines are evil, and she's demon-possessed because she wants to, checks notes, save the world from global warming apocalypse. Nothing more evil than that, is it, folks? Oh, God. Is anybody still supporting Alex Jones? Somebody must be. I don't know who they are, but you should be ashamed of yourself, definitely. And even Patton Oswalt getting in on shitting on people who complain constantly about the woke culture. You can't say anything anymore. Comedy is dead because of the woke scodes. And he's like, woke culture is making comedy impossible. Here's a good example. Only Taiki Waititi, is that how you pronounce his name? What the fuck kind of name is that? Could make a coming-of-age film about a Nazi youth in which he stars as an imaginary Hitler, and it somehow be the feel-good comedy of the year that every kid should see. Speaking of which, Jojo Rabbit also features the best fuck in a PG-13 in recent memory. Yeah, see? As long as you do it right, as long as you're actually talented and funny, you can literally get away with fucking anything. No, well, I mean, there might be some people that have a problem with this, but for the most part, I haven't seen a huge backlash against this. A lot of woke scodes canceling this dude, right? No, it's fine. The problem is not that you can't say anything or make jokes anymore. The problem is you have to be talented and funny, and if you're not, people will criticize you for it. You know? And the thing is you can be funny and still make shitty jokes, and people will criticize you for it. That's like Dave Chappelle, right? Dave Chappelle's funny. Funny guy. Bill Burr is a funny guy. Even Joe Rogan at times, a funny guy, but they also tell really cringy, shitty jokes at times, and it's perfectly fine for people to criticize you about that. That doesn't mean you're canceled. That doesn't mean, oh my God, you can't say anything, because you literally say whatever the fuck you want at all times, you whiny piss babies. Shut the fuck up about it already, right? And this is how I imagine myself to look when I'm cooking. This is how I try to be. Yeah. Yep, I get in there and I dance around, but instead I cut myself and I spill things everywhere because I am not talented at cooking whatsoever. But I try, folks. This is at least my vibe I try to get off. And you go, girl, she get it. Hell yeah. I totally eat that shit. It looks vegetarian as fuck. And send me a plate, girl. Let's dance. And this is a little bit older video, but I never saw it since it was Throwback Thursday when the guy posted it. Here's a throwback to when he used to be a Jordan Peterson fan and he's making fun of himself. Pretty funny. Let's watch.
What are you doing?
Politics.
Politics?
Yeah. Watching Jordan B. Peterson videos.
Jordan Peterson?
Yeah. Dr. Jordan B. Peterson.
Yeah.
Canadian psychologist turned firebrand.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Political superstar.
Debatable.
Mein Fuhrer.
Whoa.
Genius.
No way.
Snake oil salesman.
That's a bad thing.
Not if you're looking to buy snake oil.
You actual imbecile. You watch one Jake Paul video and you want to be in Team 10. You watch one conspiracy theory and you believe the earth is flat. And now you watch one Jordan Peterson interview and all of a sudden he's the next Friedrich Nietzsche?
Who?
Oh my god. And what does Dr. Peterson have to say that you agree with him so much?
Women.
What about women?
They're bad.
I don't even think he expressly says that.
He implies it.
He does. He does. What did we ever do that's so offensive to him?
Lipstick.
Lipstick?
Wearing makeup in the workplace. High heels in the office. Turning us on. Making us hard. How are you going to get any work done with wood?
Oh my god. I've been gone for 5 minutes and you digressed into this horrible person.
You just don't have a high enough IQ to understand Dr. Peterson's arguments.
Okay, you're so smart. What's the solution?
Enforce monogamy for starters.
Enforce monogamy?
Yeah.
You mean forcing everybody to pair off and get married?
Yeah, because if we nut, we won't commit atrocious acts of violence.
So even though men commit the vast majority of all violence, it's women's responsibility to make sure that doesn't happen?
Exactly right. You're smart for a woman.
Jordan Peterson is nothing more than a wolf in sheep's clothing. He's disguising 1950s traditionalist misogyny as metamodernism and hiding behind reasonable tenets like personal accountability and cleaning your room.
Cultural Marxism?
Do you even know what that means?
Nope. None of them, though. None of them do, because it doesn't mean anything. It's just a bullshit word salad phrase to be used as a boogeyman to scare you. It's like the Illuminati. It's exactly the same thing. Alex Jones said the Illuminati. The Illuminati's everywhere. They're in the garbage can watching you right now. They're fucking listening in to everything. Goddamn, the Illuminati controls the entire earth. And that's all Jordan Peterson does, right? Fucking cultural Marxist. They're trying to destroy the whole planet, right? They're trying to destroy Western civilization. I don't know why I'm doing Alex Jones's voice when I'm talking about Jordan Peterson, but just accept it. Learn to love it, right? And next up, we're going to talk about Dave Bautista. Apparently, Dave Bautista is a fucking Bernie Sanders fan. Thank you for your contributions, Dave Bautista. Dave Bautista, hell yeah. God damn it, Dave Bautista is another one of these motherfuckers that's ripped and tall and handsome and funny and comes off like he has a really good personality. So fuck this guy. Holy shit, how the fuck is somebody like me supposed to compete with this motherfucker? I just get so sick of these motherfuckers. Like Jason Momoa and, what is that guy who plays Captain America? I can't think of his name right now, but that dude and the fucking Rock and, oh my God, all these motherfuckers. They come off as so cool and talented and good looking. I hate them so much. Suck a dick. Not in a good way. But no, Dave Bautista sounds pretty cool. I watched that Stuber movie he was in the other day, and wow, the movie wasn't very good, I didn't think. It was okay. It was moderately okay. But man, he comes off as likable in all his movies. I rewatched The Blade Runner the other day, and he did a good job in Blade Runner. And of course, he does a good job in the Guardian of the Galaxy's movie. So seems like a cool dude. Shout out to Dave Bautista. And you guys have probably seen this tactic before. This is a very common tactic that I get blasted with all the time by chuds. And the origin of it came from 4chan, if you guys didn't know. Action. Whenever you see an article, tweet, post on normie media that makes you want to spurg out, but you can't act for fear of revealing your power level, simply reply with the following statement. Thanks for pushing normal people even further to the right. If they try to start an argument, simply keep repeating, as I said, thanks for pushing normal people even further to the right. Or they say, you're the reason Trump got elected. Thanks for getting Trump elected in 2020. You're to blame for that. To whatever argument they try to make, whenever you see the comment, upvote, like it, goes, demoralization, make them realize that every action they take is counterproductive. Subtly imply to bystanders that the ordinary people are already right-wing. Remember, the major social currency among normies is conformity. If they believe that everybody else is moving right, so will they. Point out that the rise of the right is a consequence of the actions and voices of the left. Show the left and the normies that we are everywhere and that we are watching. Again, this plays into the normie desire to fit in. Embolden those who are already on the right but are kept silent by fear of social repercussions. See previous point. The comment is polite and violates no guidelines, they can't shut it down. Short comments are more likely to be read, often more so than actual article post stories. That's true. Most people don't actually read the article. That's why these conservatives just lie and they post the title of the article in order to fool you into believing it says whatever narrative they want you to. Create an atmosphere that discourages leftists to post in the first place. This is a solid enough that you could even post it on real accounts. If you ever have to walk it back, just say, I am a leftist myself. It was sarcasm. I meant that stuff like that damages our cause. That's what they do all the time. I'm actually a leftist myself. That's what Tim Pool says. I'm a leftist. I'm only shitting on the left all the time and giving the right a pass because I'm such a leftist. It's a ploy. You know, it's a device. They're playing a game, a political game. Even then, the statement has value as a divide and conquer strategy, i.e. a real leftist doesn't believe that stuff. It doesn't matter whether you believe any of the above or not. The purpose is to make them believe it. So this is the dishonest tactics they use. They actually talk about it, openly talk about it. This is what they're doing, and they do it all the fucking time. Like the fact that me constantly calling out Trump for his bullshit is making people vote for Trump. That's what they tell me all the time. You're the reason Trump got elected. Yeah, by pointing out that he covered for Saudi Arabia while they murdered and cut up a United States journalist, while calling him out for, all the bad shit he does. I'm the one pushing people to vote for him, right? But it's a ploy. It's a tactic. And the sooner we see through it and start calling them out for it, the better. Let's not let them get away with this fucking bullshit, right? Only got 10 minutes left here. This has to do with my video that I made about talking to women with headphones. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the pickup artist put out these suggestions on the correct way to talk to women wearing headphones, where I made a video saying, no, don't talk to women wearing headphones. If she's wearing headphones, she obviously don't want to fucking talk. Leave her the fuck alone. But anyway, this person says, I just showed this to my husband, and he said, this is what women see when a man taps them on the shoulder and asks them to take their headphones off. And yep, it's exactly how you come across. Like a giant creepo in a rotting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles costume. Terrifying. Just leave them the fuck alone, dudes. It's real simple. Pickup artists are not your friends. And, holy shit, dude. Stefan Mule Nuts. Hey, Pewdiepie, where you at to give Stefan Mule Nuts a bro fist? Yeah, you should follow him again, Pewdiepie. Isn't this the kind of person that you love? The poor have to demonize the rich because they ruthlessly exploit them through voting. It was the same mental mechanic during slavery. Oh my fucking God, dude. Now he's demonizing the poor. Now it's the rich who are the victims here. The poor is the ones victimizing the rich in this country. Ain't that right, folks? Isn't that the way it works? Or do the rich use their vast wealth to manipulate poor people into fighting against each other and voting against their own best interest? Is that what the fuck happens? Do you think the rich don't use their money as power, and their power doesn't manipulate votes to get exactly what they want? Of course it does. They write the laws. They bribe the politicians. This is such a fucking galaxy brain take here. Leave it to Stefan Mule Nuts to attack poor people while taking up for rich people. Holy shit. You want to know? Or you want further examples of how the rich use their money to support people that spread the narratives they want to spread? You know why Stefan Mule Nuts is doing this? Because he's making bank off of it. He knows when he posts material like this, it makes his bank account go up. He knows he gets supported more. He knows the large donations come in. None of this small, dinky $10 and $15 donations. This is the kind of shit that pulls in thousands per donation, right? That's exactly why he's done. That's the conspiracy theory, folks. It just takes it's totally organic. All it is them looking at their numbers and seeing what works and makes them more money and what doesn't, and just following the money. It's exactly how all this shit works. And I dunked on him earlier. He came out and he's like, ladies, you can't be drafted. Sit down when war is discussed. And I'm like, dude, you're literally too old to be drafted. Doesn't that mean you should also shut the fuck up? And it does, man. Even in 1917, they made the age from 20 to 45 years old. I think that's in Canada, right, where he lives. In the United States, it's even younger. It's like 35, I think, in the United States or something like that. So does that mean that you don't have any right to speak up about war? None of this makes any fucking sense. So the patriarchy has decided to protect women against their own will. It's not like they had much say-so in it. And decided, you're too frail to go to war. And since they decided that for women, now they're going to turn around and use this as an excuse to shut down their opinion also? Even more fucking patriarchy on top of what you've already done to them? What a bullshit fucking argument. So you can't have an opinion about your sons and going off to get killed in war? You can't have an opinion about murdering innocent people with your tax dollars? You got to shut the fuck up because you're women and you can't be drafted? No, man, you shut the fuck up, Stefan. You're nuts. But like I said, once again, This is exactly what he has to do to make money. He knows that saying shit like this makes the large donations come in, and it's all about that cheddar, y'all. And it's working for him. Definitely working for him. These assholes are rich and popular. That's how the right took over the narrative on both Twitter and YouTube, and it's very frustrating to watch. We definitely have to start fighting back against it harder and harder. And you ever wonder how shit like this got discovered to begin with? This is something I was talking to Kelsey with. I actually knew about this, and then I Google searched it just to show her. Ice cream, beaver anal glands, true story. Vanilla and raspberry flavors might be enhanced by castoreum, a mixture of the anal secretions and urine of beavers. It's also found in perfume. The FDA-approved product is categorized under natural flavoring, so you won't even know it you're eating it. Like, who the fuck came up with this? Who the fuck was like, this ice cream isn't vanilla enough? What could we add to it? Have we tried licking a beaver's ass? Bob, have you licked a beaver's ass? Yeah. Beaver's asses are awesome. We should lick it and taste so vanilla. Delicious. All right, put it in everything. It's natural. Like, who? Who was the first person that did this? Probably some primitive person eating every part of the beaver, and they ate the asshole, and they're like, that's pretty damn good, beaver asshole. I don't know. Doesn't make me want to eat ice cream anymore. I can definitely tell you that much. And I'm glad to see people calling this shit out more. This is rational disconnect. The skeptic community has become such a sad joke. We went from dunking on creationist and religious hegemony to making a business out of defending reactionary Christians. And this is Mythoformed, that organization that puts out the largest skeptic convention in the world. So sad. And they're taking up for Lauren Chin and Stephen Crowder, saying neither one of them are actually really far-right conservatives. They're sort of mainstream with good conservative values. They're moderates. Bullshit. But anyway, I'm glad to hear people call that shit out, you know? I only wish somebody could have seen this coming and warned us a long time ago. If only someone could have put their career on the line, and I've lost 30,000 or something subscribers for calling this shit out 3 years ago, and lost, 80% of my money. But hey, I do it anyway. I do it again, folks, because fuck all y'all. I couldn't be a part of it. But I gotta admit, folks, I was really feeling abandoned for a couple years. I don't feel that way anymore because I've gotten a lot more support in this last year. But for the first 2 years, I came out and started speaking out against this stuff. I felt real fucking abandoned because the left hated me still because of my shitlord days and my shit posting and my racist shit. And then the right hated me because I was, trying to call them out for taking over YouTube and the skeptic community. And so I was kind of in this middle of these two sides that both hated me, and I was getting it from all directions. I mean, I felt real fucking alone for a long time, but I stuck to my guns, and now a lot of people are coming around to it, and I'm really heartened to see getting a lot more support. So I really appreciate you guys joining me and not abandoning me on it. And little palate cleanser for you guys. One of the purest videos I've ever seen, and yep, this is cute as shit. Look how gentle this boy is. He's just petting his little kid. He's like, oh, I'm just going to be so gentle because I know you're frail. Even dogs know. Yeah, this is why I don't eat meat, folks. This is one of the main reasons because, obviously animals aren't as intelligent as human beings, but they still have personalities and they have understanding and caring, And what's the difference between eating a pig and a dog? Nothing. What's the difference between eating a cow and a dog? Nothing. It's just in your fucking head. There's no real difference, If anything, probably cows are smarter. So I don't know. I'm not trying to, what is the word? I guess gripe at you guys too much about it, or I don't know, just what I think. But anyway, I'm kind of off the Yang train. Not that I was ever fucking on the Yang train too much, but all that skateboarding bullshit I showed in that last video I thought was embarrassing. But now he's going on the Dr. Oz show. Excited to speak to Dr. Oz on his show tomorrow. He made a lot of people smarter about their health. No, he didn't. Dr. Oz is a fucking sham, man. He's absolutely... The Medical Association came out to speak out against what a fucking sham he is. Why the fuck are you giving this guy play? Why you give him the rub? Make him look like he's legitimate. He's fucking not, dude. Fuck Yang. That's absolutely ridiculous. And Andy Zeiser says it perfectly. You mean the guy whose advice was found to be either baseless or wrong more than half of the time, and who was hauled in front of Congress to admit he was peddling junk supplements for profit? That guy? Yeah, that guy. That guy's the guy that Andrew Yang is sucking up to. 4K likes for this bullshit. Fuck you, Andrew Yang. That's ridiculous, dude. You got to be goddamn better than that. And I don't care what you say. I do what I want. I don't follow the rules. Do not use Blade to open. I'll use Blade all I want to, motherfuckers. Hells yeah, you show them, dude. Put that Blade DVD to work. And The worst gender reveal ever, I gotta say. These people did not kill this. I'm like, yeah, let's just whack this. Yeah, is it a boy or a girl? Keep hitting it. We gonna find out any second. Now keep whacking it. This was an amazing idea. Why didn't you put like a, and there it goes. There he goes forever. Yeah, look, he's gonna try to get it. Get it, jump the fence. Nope, ow. Now your back's broken and you don't know what gender your kid is, so. That didn't work out well for you, did it? What the fuck, people? Just goddamn tell each other what the gender is like normal human beings. Why you gotta go through all this pageantry? Got Americans, man, white Americans, gotta make a goddamn big deal out of every fucking thing. Gotta blow everything out of proportion. It ain't that complicated. It's a boy or a girl. Just say, hey, we're having a boy, we're having a girl, cool. Nah, I gotta make a big goddamn spectacle out of it. Here's another little palate cleanser. Here's a gorilla beating his chest for the first time. A little cute little asshole, yeah. He's like, I'm a big gorilla. I'm a big bad motherfucker. And this is definitely going to play. Go, oh, look at me. I'm going to show you who the big bad man. I'm going to do like my daddy does. Beating my chest and nope, you fell over. Ha ha. You don't know how to gorilla yet, but you'll figure it out. Yeah, you will. You keep watching your daddy and monkey see, monkey do. You'll figure that shit out. And speaking of gorillas, here's some cute motherfuckers. This dude's smart. Like, he's smart enough to know that he ain't supposed to be fed. He's signing, nope, I ain't supposed to be fed by you people. Don't throw me food. It's against the rules. And I look at this gorilla, and honestly, I'm kind of frustrated, right? Because this gorilla is more intelligent than some people I know. First of all, he knows how to sign language, right? Which I don't know how to sign language. A lot of people don't know. He knows how to do that. He knows how to convey his points clearly to his audience. Most people don't know how to do that, right? He understands right from wrong. He understands that he's not supposed to be fed. So he gets the concept of right and wrong. So I'm just saying, like, why doesn't this gorilla have a job somewhere? He should be working, shouldn't he? Instead, he's sitting on his lazy ass, being taken care of by the zoo, being handed free food and free shit, free room and board. Isn't this just gorilla socialism? Come on, man. I'm tired of this gorilla welfare. Put this gorilla to work. Hell no. Anyway. Oh, God, this is pretty funny. This is Noah Oxendale? I don't know. For anyone that thinks porn is even remotely healthy, porn says beating women is okay. Does it? I don't ever watch porn that says that's okay. Porn says sex with underage girls is okay. Does it? I ain't never watched no porn with no underage girls in it, to my knowledge. Porn says rape is okay. What? No, I never saw no porn that said rape was okay. Porn says incest is okay. Okay, that's true. Porn does say incest is okay. They got me there, but the comment is priceless. You're confusing porn with the Bible. And ain't that the fucking truth, man? Porn is the one that says, the Bible is the one that says beating women is okay. It says having sex slaves is okay. Fucking Lot, the most righteous man in Sodom and Gomorrah, so righteous that God decided to spare him, had sex with both of his daughters, and clearly it was okay with God. Because he knows everything that's going to happen before it happened. He knew that Lot was going to fuck both of his daughters, right? So clearly incest is okay and rape is okay. It says in the Bible that if you rape a woman, you just have to marry her. You've defiled her and have to pay her father off. Rape is totally found in the Bible. So yeah, once again, you're confusing porn with the Bible, the most horrible book ever written in all of human history. And folks, I think I know why we've never actually found Bigfoot anymore. Because he shaved and he's now the president of the United States. Look at this. Video proof. Tell me they ain't the same person. Same walk. Same look. He just shaved all the hair off. Just shows you fucking America will elect goddamn anybody. Crazy ass shit. Yep, that's the same fucking thing. And here was a heartening story I like to see. A high school cross-country team takes lonely shelter dogs out on their morning runs. And I would love to see every fucking school do this that has a track team. At least if you're close enough to the animal sanctuary to go do that, just take the dogs for the run. That's so adorable. Exactly what we should be teaching our youth, both to respect animals, and it gives the dogs something to do and somebody to love them when they're waiting to be adopted in forever homes. So love to see that. This school, St. Joseph High School, is awesome for doing that, and I give a shout out to you guys. Kudos. And I don't know what the fuck this restaurant was thinking. I guess they were thinking, hey, we're going to have a spectacle here. This is going to be awesome. Let's flame up everything. But yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. What were you thinking was going to fucking happen when you set off fucking huge ass flames in your goddamn restaurant? You was just asking for it. Seriously, some lessons should not have to be learned, and that is one of them. And Did you guys know there is a cringy ass it's a fire type festival. You remember what the fire festival was? It was where all the rich asshole teens were conned into believing there was going to be a huge concert out on a private island, and they could go and see all these fucking musical acts, and they would be treated like celebrities and royalty with models and shit out there. And it turned out to be a big giant hoax. They just conned them out all their money. Well, apparently, conservatives and Donald Trump crew has something very similar to that. Let's have a look. Look at all the cool people they have. So awesome, isn't it? Definitely worthy of this kick-ass electric James O'Keefe. One of the giant con men on the face of the earth. Yay, so cool! Ricky Rebel, oh my god. Robert Davi, holy shit! They really pulling out the big names. Adam Carolla, oh my god, you see that? It's produced by Adam Carolla and PragerU, Dennis Prager. Oh my god, how could it? Oh, no safe spaces. I guess that's what they're talking about. So cool. We're going to show you a final cut of No Safe Spaces. It's going to be the greatest thing ever. Where do I sign up? Trump National Doral? Hells yeah. Going to be so awesome and hip in every way. You can play golf. Awesome. Yeah, that's cringe as fuck, dude. Holy shit. Anybody that goes into that deserves to get ripped off. What in the fuck, people? And I guess we're going to finish it off with this one. Look how cool these motherfuckers are, right? Coolest motherfuckers on earth. This is Jeremy. This is the guy I made fun of in my anti-HW video. Literally made over 100 videos about Brie Larson and Captain Marvel. Over 100, folks. Like, obsessive. But, like, he made tons of money off of it, so I understand why he did it. He even bragged, the only reason I'm doing this is for money. So look at these peak alpha males walking around New York City. They're so cool.
How do big-time YouTubers roll in New York? Jaywalking Jeremy. That was invented by Ethan Van Sciver. We're just breaking all the rules. We go where we want. We go where we want. Nobody fucks with us. No. All right? Shout out to Mark Wade for getting trolled by the great Cecil. And, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we're so cool. We do what we want. We break all the rules, don't we? And we shout to the guy we trolled. We go around trolling people in New York City because we're grown adults. And that's what grown-ass men do, isn't it? No. Everything about you is cringe. Everything about you is shameful. You should be embarrassed. You're bad, and you should feel bad. So anyway, that's all the shit I got, folks. Let's finish it up by reading a few super chats. And, what the fuck was that? Don't you make noise against my will, goddamn computer. My computer's been acting like such a fuck nut lately. It's like crashing constantly. I'm surprised it didn't crash during the show. Eventually it's going to do that. I'm going to be so pissed. I need to format, but it's such a fucking big deal to format this computer. Oh my god, I almost just want to buy a new computer, even though my computer's perfectly fine, just so I don't have to format the motherfucker. But anyway, Zay, $2. Don't ruin ice cream for me, you nerd. I'm sorry, but don't you want to know that you might be eating the anal secretions of beavers? Just saying. Truth is power. Twilight Monk gave me $2. Trisha Paytas exploited the trans community today. Yep, I know. I talked about that. It was shameful to fucking see. Gonna make bank off that, just like all the shameless scripters do. Django Fett, $3. Lust the Dust. How could you not? Look how fucking sexy I am. God damn it. I just don't understand how I'm getting fucking better with age. It don't make no sense, but it's happening. I look at some of the old videos, some of the first videos I put out. Good Lord, I look so much worse than I do now. Just horrible. I looked like Tim Pool back in the day. Cupcake Chaos. Knitting socks and shaking my head at the chuds. Hey, this is awesome to listen to while you're knitting, in my opinion. A lot of people download this show, and they play it in the background while they're playing video games and shit. So kind of like a radio station in Fallout 4. So highly recommended you do that. Those of you who say, I don't have time to watch the 2-hour videos, Dusty. It's too long. Make time, motherfuckers! You know you're doing all kinds of other shit. You can be playing this show in the background of, where is your loyalty at? Have any podcasts you recommend for your fans? Hell yeah, the CODcast, the greatest podcast in the history of mankind. I highly recommend that. Other than that, trying to think. I don't know. I watch different podcasts from time to time, but nothing's really standing out to me, so I'll get back to you on that. Hey, my name is Ray. Shots fired. Hey, Ray's a good name. It's not as good as Dusty. But the reason it's not as good as Dusty to me is because everybody in my family is named Ray for some reason. Like, all my uncles were named Ray. Like, I have Uncle Ray, Uncle Raynard, and Uncle, the other one's name is Ray something too. Like, all three of my uncles, dad named them Ray for some reason. So maybe that's why I don't like it too much. But thank you for that. Zach Chaney, $4.99. Here's a little bit more. Keep doing what you're doing. P.S. Go pirating. Laughing my ass out. Silly Christians. Not trying to be mean. Yeah. I gotta admit, I do pirate quite a bit, but I don't feel that bad about it because I give all my content away mostly for free. And I know I'm just justifying it to myself. But at the same time, fuck Hollywood. It's all for free. Why worry about it? Debate Devin Tracy, AIU 1053R. Thank you, Alaskan Tundra Wolf. Gross. Why the fuck would I want a platform or be part of Devin Tracy's racist ass platform? But if he'll come on, like I say, if he'll come on, maybe if he comes on and not be a kangaroo, if he just shows his face, maybe I'd debate him, but probably not. I don't really want to have anything to do with that motherfucker. More air assault. No more Trish ever again. I know, I'm sorry about that. That was horrible. But you guys need to know how bad it is out there. This is war. And anyway, I think that's all the super chats. Yep. Finish it up by reading the regular chat a little bit. Then we'll end the show. MAGA 2020. Hell no. Fuck everything about that. I guess the trolls are in the chat now. But whatever. You guys can say that if you want to. I don't give a shit. Just know that you're horrible. Evil. You are evil people. Nobody fucks with us. I believe him, right? Nobody wants to fuck with you guys. Goddamn incel losers, in my opinion. They should march into Area 51. I know they should do the Naruto run into Area 51. Get blasted. That would be hilarious. All right. That's all for the show, folks. I think I have killed it tonight. I felt really good tonight about this episode. Feeling really on. As always, I will be back Friday for Filter Friday for another brand new goddamn episode of this badass motherfucker. And before I go, remind you, CODcast at patreon.com/CODcast. Please support the show. If you enjoy what I do, keep supporting it. I'll keep doing it. And I'll be back Wednesday for an all-new episode of Religious Bullshit with Dusty Smith. I already got some cool religious clips lined up for you guys. I think you'll be impressed and entertained. And as always, I love you guys so much. I thank you guys so much for joining me and supporting me in doing this. It's an honor to be able to sit around and talk to you for 2 hours. And I will see you guys on Friday. As always, until next time, Logic. Fuck yes, dudes. Good night, guys. Thanks a lot.